is John Galt? This question is the first sentence of Ayn Rand's famous novel Atlas Shrugged. This book, published on October 10th, 1957,
violence when, again, our young black
most
boys,
crime committed by white people.
Our young black boys are not the violent ones in America, no matter how much they try to perpetrate it as that. Our young black men are moving forward. The majority of violent crimes that happen in America is 69% committed by white men.
And see,
so this whole idea that white people are safer than us is a lie, and is a fallacy that we got to stop. And this is a part of, for me, the black fatigue. Like literally, the FBI put out the stat. It's not me saying it. The FBI put out the stat. 69% of all violent crimes are done by white men.
Yep.
So
and not only that,
we got to stop allowing people to put the jacket on our young black men that all these YNs, black violence, when.
I mean, we need training. Black people need to be trained and taught about economics.
And we talk about investing, but doesn't investing, where does it start? What's the catalyst of 2053 being a thing, man? Can we change it or is it over? This is fantastic. I read up on it briefly.
John Galt is right. It's over. It's over, man.
I think he's right. I think
it's over, man.
Yeah. There's no pulling back from this because for every
we are back.
Every time I hear that clip.
I'm gonna make another clip too. I got a couple other things too. I'll put together. What's up, John? How you doing today?
Oh, one day at a time, Universal. One day at a time.
Absolutely. Well, welcome everybody to another show. We are going to dive into some sports and some urban culture today. Universal and John Galt. We're going to deep dive into the real dynamics of Black athletic culture and urban hood celebrations. If you haven't been paying attention, there's been a lot going on in the hip hop community as well as in the sports community. And if you've been watching this football season, you probably have noticed stuff has been pretty damn sloppy, both college and NFL. A lot of off the field antics have taken place. I mean, Antonio Brown just got arrested for attempted murder. Like stuff is happening. Stuff is happening. So if you have not paid attention, you need to start paying attention as we're going to dive into it today. But John, how you doing, man? How's DC?
Oh man, it's getting cold out here. Let me ask you this question about Antonio Brown.
Yes, sir.
Now you know that happened at the what's it called? Aiden Ross's studio, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I was watching a video asking him, like, apparently he chased the guy down with a gun, whatever. How old is Antonio Brown?
I believe he's in his mid-30s. Let me find out. I think he's about 35, 36.
Hey, he's about your age.
Correct. How old is Antonio Brown? Oh, he's 37. He's 37.
37. And he should have, enough sense at that point to not chase somebody down and shoot the gun. They said it were children outside when he did that. And that's really amazing.
Hey, man. Now, people are going to blame CTE and all these other things. Sure, we can go there, but let's be honest, man. Like, we can't just blame CTE for these things. Negroes have been going crazy for a long time. Unless all black people got CTE. I don't know. What do you think? There's something's going on.
I don't think they want us drawing the distinction. That's what the NFL slightly did during the lawsuits. Right. You remember him. But go ahead. Let's get into the.
All right, let's get into it. We're going to actually, I didn't pull the clip up. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. We're going to start with everybody's new favorite rapper. He's back. The wave is back. Max B. Bigavelli. John, I don't know if you ever listened to any Max B back in the day.
Never heard. Now I don't know who the hell he is.
One of his ad libs he used to go, ow.
Is that? Oh, I remember him. Okay.
Ow.
I remember him.
He had a nice perm and everything. Max B. Bigavelli. There he is right there. The Silver Surfer himself.
That's him?
The wave is back. Yeah, that was him pre-jail. That's him.
Really?
Yeah, Max B. Little dude. Always had his hair permed out. He made some decent songs, more of a mixtape rapper than anything. He never went super mainstream. But he had a wave when he was with Bird Gang and Jim Jones. This is when Jim Jones pretty much left Dipset and started his own little movement. This is when New Yorkers started to bang Bloods pretty heavy. I don't know if you remember that. All these Bloods started to flood New York back in the day. If there's any New Yorkers, you probably know more about this than myself. But you know, as an outside looking in person to the culture, I noticed that this was going on. But yeah, that's him. That's him in jail. And this is him out. This is him out. He's back. He's got the dreads. He's iced out. He's got about what? He got maybe about 275 on him right here. You know,
but it looks like he's taking on a different persona now than the wave he got.
Yeah, this the new wave.
Right, he's more of a hardcore guy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it wasn't that he wasn't hardcore, just different. But I seen a couple things. I'm gonna pull up a clip I sent earlier this morning. Let me grab it real quick. Max B, the Silver Surfer, he's joining the rest of us in this hustle, and he's making his rounds. And one thing that he did, let me pull it up, is he relaunched his YouTube channel. I don't know if you've seen it.
He had a YouTube channel. Was YouTube around when he was before he went?
Yeah,
to prison?
YouTube was around.
YouTube's been around a long time.
But he's back to posting, and not only is he posting,
Max Bigger Val, get your wavy tees at thisisbiggerval.com. We real loopy out here, baby. We ain't changing beat. We ain't miss a beat. We ain't miss a step. Look at the nigga. We out in the way, nigga. Max Bigger Val. Thisisbiggerval.com. Wavy tees. Fuck with us. Yo, this Max Bigger Val.
He's getting to the bag. He's got the merch. He's on the sidelines.
Jesus Christ!
He's doing all the right things, John.
That is kind of amazing. There, the fascination.
Hey,
with
how
this
you doing
guy.
today?
Look at this. He's back. He's on now. I've played in stadiums before. When I played football, I ain't never been on the field at an actual NFL game, man. I feel like I've accomplished a lot in my life so far, John. But I'm not Bigavelli, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, straight out of prison to the front row to the sideline. You gotta stay fresh. It looks like.
Yeah, Louis V out, iced out, man. Sheesh, I'm doing life wrong, John. I gotta get like Bigavelli. Jesus.
But yeah, how do you again? What is the fascination with him to allow him to get down here on the sideline of a game? He hasn't done anything in 20 years.
Correct. And that's the question. I think that the audience needs to ask themselves, what is it about this man he has this new gravitational pull towards him? He just was released from prison for a murder charge, 17 years, and all of a sudden he's back. Wait till he drops that next song, John. You know what's coming.
Oh yeah, they said even the next interview is going to be big for him. The next interview will be his first interview.
Who will he go to? We'll try to. I mean, will academics pick him up? Who do you think he's going to go to for that first interview?
Someone said Vlad will probably get
it. But this is right up Vlad's alley. Oh man!
Yo, look! Hey! Somebody said you got to play that engagement video. I saw that.
He got engaged? Oh shit! No way! I missed that. Wait a minute. He came out and got married. Hey, I don't want to hear nothing else about no relationship problems, bro. Like what the what?
Yeah, he in these streets.
Oh, wait a minute, John. I see it. All right. In the chat before we look, do you think we're gonna do pick three, A, B, or C? A, African American woman. B, white woman. C, Latina. A, African American woman. B, white woman. C, Latina. What do y'all think he chose before I pull the video? Oh.
This is amazing, right? This is truly amazing.
Hey, yo, fresh out, getting married and iced out. We got one C. What else? We got a B. Okay. Come on. Shout out to SB, by the way. Did he get a black woman, A, B, a white woman, or C, a Latina? We ain't even going to throw Asians or natives or nothing else in there. Imperius says B all the way. Uh-oh. The Silver Surfer is back. Oh man, John.
I saw her, but I didn't See what she is.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to pull it up here. My friend. Oh man. Here's the answer, folks. The Silver Surfer is back. Max B proposed to his girlfriend after almost 15 years of imprisonment. I thought it was 17.
Yeah, I thought he did about 17 myself.
Yeah. Maybe they just counted because he did time before he got actually sentenced. Maybe that's why.
Somebody say it's not even a question.
It's not even a question.
And that's her right there. What is she? What is she? Is she black or Latina?
I think she might be Dominican. We might need Latino for Trump to come and confirm.
Latino, okay.
Yeah, so she's definitely Latina.
She's the Hispanic. I guess I should say
yeah. Look at this.
Ring for her.
He held him down. Look at that ring. Jesus. He held him down. Get you a side. Get you a strong Latina woman. That's not a white woman.
She's not white. You don't think she's white?
Hell no. That's a Latina all the way. What? That's not a white woman.
Imperius says she's white.
Oh, Imperius has a different worldview.
We have to Google her.
That's a white Latina. We'll get her name. Yeah, he put that ice on that. Finger, boy.
Max B put a ring on it.
Come on, y'all could never. Look at all these damn people here. Whoa.
Show the people again.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause it right on the paparazzi here. God damn.
Damn.
Look at these cameras. This is why we're pointing this out, folks. Why is he this pop? Like, what is the fascinating? He ain't been out of jail for a week yet. He engaged at NFL games, rocking about $300,000 in ice, more Louis V than most of us have seen, except for Imperius. You know, he got tons of Louis V.
Yeah, you know, he got
what's going on?
That is amazing. Where was this? I'm curious to know. Surely he went uptown in Harlem somewhere, right? It surely went uptown in Harlem.
Oh man! Oh no, he's suited and booted though. Look at that. You got the white suit on, the red bow tie. Now I ain't never seen that.
You gotta step out clean. You gotta step out fresh. Sister gals.
Still got the Louis V hat on too. That didn't match, but hey, whatever. It's Louis V.
As long as it's a label, as long as there's a name on there.
Jeez.
Someone said that's a cheap ring. What's her name?
I don't know.
I want to know if she's white or Hispanic.
Oh man, let's see.
This would be very interesting. I'm curious to know. Is she white or Hispanic? What did the audience say? White or Hispanic? It'd be very interesting to know because, wow, I can't see him coming out getting a white woman.
Nah, that's a Latina, man. That's a Latina. Her name's probably Christina or something. We'll find out. She'll get leaked out here pretty soon. We'll figure out who she is. But there you go, man. There you go. Hey, you get locked up, just know. Get yourself a Latina before the sentencing. She'll hold you down.
She will hold you down. Man, that is very interesting again. Like, him, being very immersed in Black culture. He's made his living in Black culture. And he gets out and he chooses a sister gal, a Hispanic or a white woman there. It's very interesting when you contrast what was being discussed the last couple of days, all these Coach Eric Adams versus what's the other guy, Andrew Wilson, that whole dating thing. And some people, there's not an issue dating there.
Fascinating. Yes, indeed. But you say you seen him with Shador as well, right?
Yeah. Shador came up to him on the sidelines of the game that he was on the sidelines there, and he came up and, yo, what's up, Max B? I'm wondering how the hell does he even know Max B, considering the age and the time he spent in prison. But
he would have been about 5 years old when Max B went to jail.
Yeah, it's the wave, as they say.
Listening to the wavy man back then. Let's check it out.
Yeah, this is Shador.
How you doing, bro? Yo, man, do your shit, bro. I'm waiting on you.
Wow.
This is like the hip-hopification of the NFL.
Correct.
This is a backup quarterback.
Correct.
Is he second or third string?
Well, he's second string because they traded Joe Flacco, but technically he was third.
Oh, they traded Joe Flacco to where?
Joe Flacco went to the Bengals and been blowing up ever since. He's been throwing 400-yard games and shit. Yeah.
So he's behind the other guy that they drafted. So they only have two
Gabriel,
quarterbacks now?
Yeah, Daniel Gabriel. Yeah.
Okay, so he's second quarterback, and as I said, and unseen, unheard, it should be the second quarterback.
Correct.
Typically, and
Dylan Gabriel.
He's making the rounds. He's wherever he should have been, he wasn't there, and he had to go check in with Max B. Right? He's a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's very interesting.
I don't know if you noticed, but French Montana is there too. So that was French Montana on the left there. Yeah. The mac and the cheese.
Give me 1 second, Universal.
Yeah, go for it.
1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah.
So, folks, while John's coming back, as you can see, again, we're pointing out, people. We have this issue in the Black American culture. When folks get out of jail, they are more celebrated than anything else. Sometimes even before they go to jail, they get celebrated. They get tucked away, as we've seen from the inmates that escaped from the New Orleans prison. It took forever to find the last guy. He was staying with some woman who was on the damn city council. Like, we celebrate our criminals for some strange reason. And this man is, we don't know if he murdered or not, but he went to jail for the case. And the fact that he went to jail he should not get this level of popularity. He should not get this level of attention and focus, but yet he is. And he wasn't even that big of a rapper, but trust and believe, if that next song he comes out sounds good, he's going to be big again. He's going to be bigger than what he was before he came out, just because he has this new found street credibility where he went to jail. So he's got some street cred, and he's getting celebrated by somebody who wasn't even 6 years old when this man went to jail. I doubt that Shador knows anything. Yeah, exactly. So it's amazing. It's amazing. And we see this all the time. Another element of this celebration, this urban celebration culture that I think is fascinating, is we over celebrate things that should be minor things, such as high school graduation. I've never seen an ethnic group of people celebrate a high school graduate the way that Black people do. You would act like the kid done won a damn lottery or something. It's just high school. Most people celebrate high school and they go on about, they have a little party, go on about the next level, the next stage. But we celebrate high school graduations like a damn, go ahead.
Now they're celebrating like 5th grade graduation. I didn't even know they had 5th grade graduation. Mm-hmm. I've heard people say now they got 5th grade graduation. I said, damn, they graduating from the 5th grade. Now they have this big celebration. But in this case, man, which is most interesting again, is that look at the celebration of a man. I mean, they're feting this man like he's been released, as a political prisoner. Yeah. Right? And Deion Sanders is I stepped away for a second. I thought about what Deion Sanders said about quarterbacks, what he would desire in a quarterback. Remember what he said?
Yeah, he wants somebody from a 2-parent home from quarterback because they're usually going to be a thinker. And then for defensive talent, he wants somebody from the hood because they got that dog in them.
Right, and so here we have a backup quarterback who is looking for attention from a rapper, an old criminal rapper. Does that sound like the type of quarterback Deion was describing?
No.
Doesn't sound like it. Deion Sanders, he probably wouldn't recruit his own son if he saw this video here.
Mm-mm.
It's Method Man there for you guys.
That's Method Man. Yep, Method Man. The newfound activity in being a photographer. Method Man, who had a nice career after rap. Acting, doing other things. Yeah. He's been able to, have a lot of good side quests, similar to Snoop Dogg. Been able to have a lot of good side quests. There you go.
You see the coming here from Big Dog Sports here.
Yeah, there is a problem. All right, Big Dog. There is a problem with the celebrations. Again, my point is this: we are over celebrating things that are minor, mediocre things. Republic Room said, and birthdays. Think about this: people don't celebrate birthdays; they celebrate birth weeks and birth months. We add extra shit on the stuff. Look at prom. Black folks do prom like it's a damn wedding. We have a low bar of expectation for things, and we over celebrate things that are mediocre to most other people. That was my point. Look at high school graduations. look at how they're overdone. Look at prom. Look at things like birthdays. Like these things, yes, you should have fun, celebrate them, but these things get over the top. We can look at baby showers. Some people expect to have a baby shower. They don't have their third, fourth kid. At that point, the baby shower phase is over. Like we gotta understand that there's a level of there's a level within our community of an inferiority complex where we overcompensate for things that are minor to other people because we feel like we're not going to get to the next level of what there is. The next level of a graduation is college, typically. The next level of a prom would be like a marriage, typically. But since we don't get to those spaces and places, we take the minimum and we maximize it in celebration.
You know, and again, this is not about, you know, I see Big Dog supposed to say, oh, y'all listen to Wu-Tang, yeah, stop capping. And, you know, actually, I wasn't a Wu-Tang fan. You know, I'm a Southern guy, but, you know, I'm not criticizing the music or anything like that. I'm criticizing the celebration of a man who's just gotten out of prison. You just think about how many people they've overlooked, right? People out here doing the right thing, never been in prison, walking up and down the same neighborhood, and they're running past that guy to go and hug this guy, right? Mm-hmm. That's really kind of amazing when you think about it. And this is what you see in the black neighborhoods, and that this guy that's been raising hell in the neighborhood, and we finally get him out of the neighborhood and put his ass in prison. And then when he get out, everybody's celebrating him like he didn't do anything to you know, wind up in prison. It's a very interesting phenomenon there.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Fascinating. So let's speaking of this game, do we want to get into the actual athletics? We can switch right over to Justin Fields now. This game, I think this clip we're gonna look at.
Hold on, Universal. You see this right here? You just copied on, did you? You see this? Republic.
I'm not lying here. If we're gonna be honest, this is what's happening. What's up, Lawrence? The baby shower is the baby shower ain't even the wedding though. It's really the prom. If you think about it, the baby shower is like it's a whole nother thing. Because if you notice, a lot of the baby showers, the baby daddies ain't even there. But the baby mama is the wifey, that is for sure. But think about it, most baby showers, the man ain't barely there. The man is only there typically if they're doing a gender reveal. That's it. And I've seen some where the nigga ain't even there. Let's be honest. Seriously, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. It's true. It's true. Hey, I don't like it. Trust me, I don't like it. But it is the reality. I'm just gonna say it is what it is. Yeah, the child's mother, the child's father. Yeah, you gotta avoid that, man. That shit's crazy.
Oh, that is funny, man. Go ahead, you.
So speaking of quarterbacks, Justin Fields, who's been playing on the Jets, the game that Max B was at, he has not been playing well this year. He has not been playing well. He had a really, really bad game on Sunday. And one of the reasons why is mechanics. He's a great athlete, but mechanically, he's not the greatest quarterback. We got a clip here. This is not from Sunday's game, but I'm gonna pull up the box score while we look at this clip of Justin Fields. But man, so many black quarterbacks are struggling this year. So many.
Oh, you can't show that Universal. You can't show that. Yeah, right. Put that one down.
So many black quarterbacks are struggling. So many. So if you watch last night's game, the Eagles versus the Green Bay Packers, not a great passing game. It was awful. It was a bad game, passing wise. Neither quarterback had over 200 yards. Passing was a struggle. What's up, John?
Hey, I was gonna say, man, I saw that clip that you pulled up, and is that the one where he said you want to know why Justin Fields is so bad? And Justin Fields had a clean pocket, and he basically ran toward the defensive end. Is that the play?
Yeah, that's the clip. Yep.
Now you play offensive line.
Yep.
Correct? Do you play offensive defensive line?
I play both.
Okay, and so on the offensive line, you know, and this is like strictly quarterback talk here. When they're dropping back, when the quarterback drops back, he's the offensive linemen are expecting him to be behind him,
correct,
in the pocket, correct. And if he drifts out of the pocket,
it alters the blocking pattern, the scheme,
right? Like they don't know that he's moving away from he's the offensive tackle would not know that he's moving away from, the pocket.
Correct.
And so now that makes it much easier for the defensive end to attack the quarterback and tackle him because he's basically running toward him.
Correct.
Wherein otherwise, if he stayed in the pocket, he would have to run through the offensive tackle to get to the quarterback.
Correct.
Right. So he's basically removed his barrier of protection and ran toward it. Like that's the video that Universal is going to show. Right. Man, I'll see if I can show it, Universal. Or if you pull it up, if you can show it.
The notice pops up. All right.
I didn't see the notice. I didn't see the notice pop up.
No, I was asking. I was saying if I pull it up, will the notice pop up? Like, will you get one so they'll let you know?
Put it in the back. Let me. I'll show you how to play it. I'll play it. Put it in the back chat.
I'll drop it in the back
chat. It
chat.
is very interesting to highlight this play because it is a very serious problem for the black quarterbacks in that they are depending on their. You put it in the back chat.
Yes.
So they're depending on their athletic ability. And in doing so, they're escaping the pocket using their athletic ability. And here's the video that Universal is talking about. The Universal is playing. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay, you can see the screen. All right. Damn. Do they have a? Oh, here it is. All right. So here's Justin Field. He's taking the snap. He's in the pocket here.
And it's a pretty large pocket too. You see his linemen are spread. They're literally 4 to 5 feet away from, or actual steps away from each other.
Yeah, hey, like,
a lot of room.
He's at this yard line, and this would probably be his center is at 5 yards up.
Yeah,
right?
that's the center.
Nice, clean pocket.
Yep.
Nice clean pocket. Still nice clean pocket. Right. Still nice and clean. Still nice and clean. Still nice and clean.
And then he runs.
Why the hell is he running? And this is where the problem is right here.
Yeah. So what you're seeing here, I don't know if it looks like a tackle. I'm assuming that's going to be the right tackle.
Yeah.
They're creating a pocket for him to have a clean space to pass. But as he escapes out of that pocket, now he puts a lot of pressure on the tackle to maintain because the leverage from the defensive end was on the outside because they wanted to keep him contained. So ultimately, he messed up his own pass protection right here.
That's correct. He messed it. He ran himself into whatever trouble ends up on this play, either incomplete pass or he ends up having to scramble and get tackled or whatever. But in this play, it shows the real serious problem with the black quarterbacks in that he had the pocket. And as I've talked about, like this is the protected zone, right? Universal,
right?
This is the protected zone. We saw this past week, Lamar Jackson took what looked like an innocent hit, a legitimate hit in the pocket right here, and it was a penalty on the defense, which was a benefit for the offense.
Correct.
The quarterbacks are protected as long as they're back here. But as soon as they get over here, they're free game.
Yeah.
And look how easy it was.
Look at his line. Look at his linemen. His linemen are chasing after defense end. Anytime you see that, it's not good.
At this point, he's still in between the defensive end and his quarterback. And he still got a little bit of a pocket, right? He still got some room in between them. But he's already made a decision to run. His eyes are not downfield anymore.
Right.
Look, he's running. And this is the leverage lost by him running outside of his protection zone. Anything could happen to him now, right? You can tackle him below his knees, right? You can grab him by the ankles, anything to tackle him. You could grab him anywhere and he could fall in any way and dislocate his elbow like Jaden Daniels. And this was a pass play. This was not intended for him to be running around with the ball.
Right.
And it looks like he outran this man, but ultimately, this is not how the play was designed. Anyway, very interesting video there.
Yeah. I mentioned the game last night wasn't good, and Big Dog said, "Don't forget that it was 20 degrees." That is true. I'm from the great state of Minnesota. The game was in Green Bay. We call that football weather, but we know a lot of these boys are from the South. But you gotta be prepared to play, man. Even if it's in 20-degree weather, you can still pass the ball. I can say the same thing. We'll see next Sunday. It's gonna be a little colder. Pay attention to games that are in Cincinnati. Pay attention to these games where the quarterbacks are airing it out even when it is cold. So just watch for that. Another comment that I seen in the chat that I wanted to respond to was, who said, I think it was AB. She said that we need more mooncake over here. If you guys want mooncake over here, I can make that happen. That's not a problem. It's my homie. So if you want mooncake to come over here on some panels, give us some topics for mooncakes. And you ladies show up, we'll get her over here. CT's over there squeezing that fruit dry.
Squeezing the cake.
You got the Cobra clutch on mooncakes. It's working. So salute. But we can get her over here, no problem. No problem at all.
Yesterday was somewhat I mean, I guess, from a, just if you just streaming basis, I guess, take it for what you make of it what you will. But she said that she had some experience in finance. She said that she said a few things that I think she has a little bit more depth than just her looks.
Yeah, she has a lot more, yeah.
So cause I heard it when she mentioned finance. I'm like, okay, but the guys were just balking at her appearance, and I don't think they got.
Well, it's hard to get past the chest. That's why she likes Universal. Get past the chest. So she went to school. She went to school for finance, and she's been in the industry for a couple of years. So she's a pretty smart girl. She's a liberal, and she stands on business. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I think she wanted to keep it on the topic, but the guys kept wanting to go back to how she looked and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, she did say that. We're not gonna make this a mooncake show, but yeah, she did say that. She's a little crazy on that part. I don't know about all that, but yeah. You're sounding insane. All right, back to another black who needs to get their life together is Justin Fields. Speaking of blacks getting their lives together, someone else has some input on Justin Fields, and that was Shannon Sharp. John, you sent me this clip. Shay getting a little emotional about Justin Fields. Let's hear what Shay had to say.
I just don't see it ever working with Justin Fields.
And we play the advocate and think about all the quarterbacks that were there, and it didn't work for them.
But here's the thing, Ocho. We've seen him in Chicago. We've seen him other places. Ocho, Justin Fields had 54 yards passing. 42 of those yards came on a play.
Brees Hall led the screen.
You got to take that down reverse. Yeah, I forget it. This is his Instagram feed. But basically what we saw there was Shannon Sharp being very desirous of Justin Fields working, right? He seems he wanted it to work, and when he realized, like, damn, it's not gonna work.
Nope,
this guy's not what we thought he was or what we hoped he would be. We've heard that, we've seen that before around these parts, but he's not what they hoped him to be. And to see a man crying because of another man's lack of success is very interesting. I didn't cry for Justin Fields. Why the hell is Shannon Sharp? It's very interesting.
I think the reason he's crying because they have a lot of hope for the black quarterback.
Yeah,
and Justin Fields is one of this new crop. He's one of the early adapters, right? He came right after Mahomes. Mahomes been the golden boy, but Mahomes is more traditional. Mahomes is doing more running around this year than he's ever done, but Justin Fields comes. We have several other black quarterbacks that come in. It's this new wave of black quarterbacks, and these guys are struggling. Even Jalen Hurts, even after winning a Super Bowl, he's not passing the ball very well. Philadelphia is not passing the ball very well. So again, we have to understand that we have racial idolatry, which has a built-in level of loyalty. And when you see that leadership position, that black man running quarterback or that black coach or that black GM, that racial idolatry gets activated and you want them to succeed. You want them to win. But when they don't have the skill set or the system or even the ability to maintain, it starts to hurt a little bit. And I think that's what Shannon Sharp is going through. What's up to CT?
Man, when I first came on the stream, man, I said, you can bet against the black quarterbacks. You remember when I said that?
Mm-hmm.
I said, man, show me who playing and who got the black quarterback. I'm betting against the black quarterback.
Yep.
All the rules in favor of the quarterback.
We did that last year, and actually, it actually played out pretty well for you last year.
It's playing out very well.
You won a couple of them bets last year.
It's playing out very well now because these boys are not going to learn the finer details of playing quarterback, and we just showed Justin Fields clearly not sitting in the pocket where he is most protected. That motherfucker ran out of the pocket, man. Like, that's unbelievable. A white quarterback would not have done that because he wouldn't have had the physical ability to get away from the defensive end. Right? He would have had to stay there. Most of them would not have had the ability to get away. And so their talent, their physical talent seems to be working against them universally. It's very interesting.
Yeah. And the reason for that is the defensive coordinators have figured out how to scheme the black quarterbacks on the NFL level. College, you can get away with a lot more, and the NFL is very different. This was from earlier this year when we had week 1, and these were the 16 starting black quarterbacks. So you can see we definitely have a shift that has taken place where over half of the quarterbacks are actual black men, right? And if you look at each one of these guys, who's doing the person who I think is doing the best is going to surprise you. Who do you think is doing the best so far, John? I know you don't watch every Sunday, but if you look at this, who are you picking?
Look at all these blacks up here.
Yeah, all these blacks. Of all these blacks, who you think is doing the best right now?
You know, I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I was watching some highlights for the show. I would say Caleb Williams.
Okay,
am I right?
If I had top 3, I'm gonna say he's top 3 right now of the guys that are on this list. He's top 3 on this list. Yes. So Caleb Williams has improved. He's improved significantly, which is surprising. But my pick is going to be Dak. Dolomite just put in the chat. Dak has been playing the best of all these guys. Even Pat Mahomes. Now, Pat Mahomes is different. We know he's a superstar. He's GOAT level. So him playing bad is like a standard for most of these guys.
Yeah.
But Dak has been playing good. Yeah, I would say Dak. I would say Dak and Pat probably 1 and 2, and then Caleb is probably number 3 of these guys, which is crazy. And then think about the injuries too. Like, we've had a lot of injuries on this list already too, or people who've had their backups come in. Dak is a.
I was watching. As I said, I was watching the highlights of not Justin Fields, Caleb Williams. He is a pro style quarterback. I'll give him that. I saw him take some snaps under center. I saw him turn his back to the defense, like play action. Not many of the black quarterbacks can do that. They're almost exclusively shotgun quarterbacks. And he looks like he has proper form. He looks like he wants to throw the ball, like he wants to throw the ball first. I just don't think he has that though. All of the components. I just don't think that they're there to lead the team. He's too emotionally fragile, in my opinion.
Interesting. Yeah, so we're seeing the shift change. And again, the defensive coordinators are learning how to scheme these guys. And once those schemes are in place, these guys are going to have to adjust, and they can't just lean on their legs. Also, as they get older, they're not going to be able to lean on their legs anyway. So the black quarterback's lifespan, by default, they're already at they're at a disposition by default, because you can't be scrambling around when you're 30 years old. It ain't going to be the same.
Most of them aren't even going to make it to 30 scrambling. It's the RG3 effect. Many of them cannot make it to 30 scrambling like that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with Lamar Jackson in the next 3 years or so. He's a special talent. He might still be running up and down the field like no other, but that pocket passing is going to come in handy. We're going to need some of that at some point.
Lamar Jackson gets hurt every year.
This is true. This is why Shador should have just went there. I don't know. He that would have been great. He would have just had just enough playing time.
That's interesting because I think this may be the end of the road for Harbaugh. Very well could be the end of the road for him. So it'd be interesting. You come in and then you end up with a new coaching staff that may not want you. I don't know. Interesting though. You think Lamar will be there after this year? Oh yeah, he'll be there, right? He'll be there.
Oh yeah.
You think Harbaugh will be there? That's what I should have asked you.
I think they're gonna make the. Well, what's the record? What's the record? Let's see. It depends on the record. If they make the playoffs, yes. If they don't, but he's been there for so long, it's hard to just fire him.
I mean, he's already fired his offensive coordinator, the guy that was.
Aren't they last in the division? Let me see.
They've gone through what, 2 offensive coordinators now?
Oh, no, they're 4 and 5. I think he's safe.
They've gone
even
through
if they don't make the playoffs.
Have they gone through 2 offensive coordinators now? Monken, is Monken the one that's there now?
I don't know who their OC is. Let's see.
But they had the guy from, I want to say, maybe the 49ers guy. Then they had the guy from the University of Georgia, Monken.
Yeah, Todd Monken.
Is he still there? I'm not quite sure if he's still there.
Yeah, it says he's still there. He's been in place since 2023.
Okay, and now they're blaming Monken for this lack of production here, and like sooner or later they're gonna get tired of blaming the offensive coordinator. They're gonna blame Harbaugh. That's what would seem to be the natural progression to me. CT says, Johnny Universal, watching the NFL now is not the same like it was in the 90s. The ghetto, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what we're covering, man. Like, we saw Shadua coming over to shake hands with this rapper just released from prison. A backup quarterback should have been in the playbook, getting ready for the game. And someone told him, hey, go meet Max B. That's not the what you want to see from your quarterback. Definitely not your backup quarterback. Your backup quarterback should be unseen, unheard. Right. Big Dog, we'll let you come up, man. You want to come in on these black quarterbacks or what?
It depends on how you talking about the black quarterbacks. First of all, I don't know what CT talking about. I think he
what you want to talk about the black quarterbacks?
Yeah, you talk about how you want to.
Okay, here's my thing on the black quarterbacks. Quarterbacking isn't a racial thing. You have to have a certain mental capacity, 1, to play quarterback, and 2, if you have the physical attributes, i.e. a Lamar Jackson, you know what I mean, your physical attributes could cover a lot of your mental inadequacies, right? I give you a good example. Michael Vick didn't learn how to play quarterback until he got on the Eagles. Let's be honest. The first 7-8 years he was on the Falcons, it was pretty much his physical ability getting him through. He didn't know how to play quarterback. Okay. Justin Fields have the same issue. The only difference between Vic and Justin Fields is that Vic had the pieces around him to get away with it. Fields don't have the pieces around him to get away with it. He didn't have the pieces around him on the Bears. He don't have the pieces around him on the Jets. When Fields had the pieces around him to get away with it when he was on Ohio State, he won games. So,
but hold on, BD. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna unpack this one at a time. Now in college, the talent levels are can be extremely lopsided.
Right, but he played in the Big Ten. Let's not leave that out. Right. The talent level in the Big Ten is just like the SEC.
In college, right? And Ohio State is not known. He went to Ohio State, correct?
Right.
Ohio State is not known for producing. It's not quarterback you.
No, but they did give you Fields and CJ Stroud.
Hey, wait a minute. Did Haskins go to Ohio State?
Yes.
Nigga,
but he did nothing in the NFL. Matter of fact, I don't even think he got drafted.
Boy, I didn't remember Haskins. You remember Haskins? Universal.
Yeah.
He committed suicide.
I remember him.
He committed suicide. You do know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he deleted himself.
And how you do it? Tell us how you did it.
No, that I don't remember. I just know he deleted himself. I don't know.
You don't make us pull it up now. How that boy did it.
Pull it up because I don't remember how that transpired. I just know he deleted himself.
You ever heard of a quarterback doing some shit like that? You on mute, Universal. You on mute.
My bad. Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize I was muted. But no, I remember how it was done. And that was a moment of weakness. I mean, he was with his girl having an argument during the season. Yes. Already bad shit happening. Decided to hop out of the car, drunk, and pretty much just gave his life up to the truck.
He played in traffic.
He was playing Frogger.
Playing in traffic.
He's playing Florida.
And they covered it up, man. That was suicide, man. It was
Yeah,
suicide.
it was. The girlfriend said it was. The girl that was in the car.
Did. Did she really?
Yeah, she said he wanted to off himself, and that's what happened.
And to your point, UJ, the black quarterbacks in the league, they're struggling now because people haven't realized the defenses have changes. If you look at games now, you got defenses running split coverages. We've never seen split coverages in the secondary until last year.
Well, why do you think they running split coverages now?
Yeah, I'm saying we didn't start seeing that until last year.
Okay,
until the Eagles start doing it.
Then? Why do you think they're running all these new splits?
They did that to stop Patrick Mahomes, or at least to slow him down, because you got to remember Patrick Mahomes think on the fly. He's the most dangerous person on the field when the play breaks down. This is why you have split coverages. And what I mean by a split coverage is half the field be cover 2 and half the field be cover 3. And maybe on the next play, half the field be cover 1 and half the field be cover 4. You got to know that on the fly. That's not something you're going to recognize in the pre-snap. You understand what I'm saying? When you line up in the huddle, you don't see that. You don't see that until the play develops. And Justin Fields don't have that get back like Mahomes do. You understand what I'm saying? Where he could actually see the coverages as they're happening. And that's why a lot of these guys are struggling, because a lot of these guys aren't used to seeing split coverages. So you run towards your left and it looks like cover 1, but then the safety drops down and then it becomes a blitz. You run to the right, it looks like cover 1, but then the safety pulls up. So now it looks like cover 4.
Right. Then it be some other shit and it confused me. He throw an interception, he take a sack.
and that's what separates Mahomes from everybody else. Mahomes knows how to separate them coverages. He do it on the fly. He do it seamlessly. Like you don't even see that he doing it, but he doing it.
Do you think that's because he played baseball? What gives him that level of vision?
Yes, the baseball has a lot to do with it. You got to remember, Patrick Mahomes don't have a football arm. He has a baseball arm. His daddy was a major league pitcher. He has a baseball arm. He's throwing a football like how a shortstop would throw a baseball.
Well, you mean like sidearm and shit? He throwing sidearm out there?
Yeah, I'm saying Mahomes, the angles that Mahomes is coming from is kind of like some street ball shit. You never seen people throw with their offhand and complete a pass. Mahomes is throwing passes with his left hand.
But if it's on street ball shit, how can he go back and forth between technique and street ball and make it look good?
Andy Reid.
Okay, so you're saying
that's how.
So you're saying what? Andy Reid, a white man offensive coordinator, minded. Remember they fired the Blackie. They were trying to get Blackie to create.
Yeah, they fired the enemy. Well, the enemy didn't get fired. He left and went to Washington, and they fired him from Washington.
They didn't keep him, right? They didn't try to keep him.
Right.
Correct.
No.
Right? You get your ass out of here, right? And one of the criticisms about the enemy, I think he didn't get along very well with other people. Is that correct?
Yeah, he didn't get along with the staff, with Andy Reid's son in particular.
All right.
Apparently, he didn't get along with a lot of people. That's what stopped him from getting a head coaching job for so many years. He had a bad rep.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to come in about these black quarterbacks? Why they're struggling so mightily this year?
I think a lot of it is the change in the defensive coverages. There's less man and more splits, and a lot of it is just basic IQ, pre-snap judgment. A lot of the black quarterbacks, they're not making adjustments at the line like we know Peyton Manning was famous for, right? What we know Aaron Rodgers was famous for, making adjustments at the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped. What black quarterback you see doing that?
So
you don't see any black quarterback doing that.
Would you say that the black quarterback should focus less on getting game day grills and focus on how to read coverages?
Absolutely. They need to focus on the X and O's because they're trying to use their physical abilities to pass by. And in today's NFL, you're going to get hurt that way. Look at Lamar. How long do you think Lamar's going to be able to use his physical acumen to create plays before his body breakdown? You've seen it happen to Randall Cunningham.
Hold on, big dog. Before we move on, we're going to have to finish the show. But I did want to share something with you because Universal mentioned all these birthdays and celebrations. Universal, I'm going to put this down 1 second. And I remember this Oh, they party now, cry later. Party now, cry later. Y'all remember this? Yeah.
To say thank you for coming out to Dwayne and to Mia.
Party now, nigga. Cry later.
We're gonna do
party hardy, nigga.
Come on,
celebration time. They celebrate a little prematurely. When you say big dog.
Yes. Yes, this is very premature.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Nigga is a roadkill.
That's Stevie Wonder.
Roadkill.
As a tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King.
No,
there we go. There we go.
Michael. Oh, they eating good. Soul food.
Yeah, they definitely eating good.
Ooh, look at that. Is that the queen? Did he kill herself over? Huh?
Yeah, there she is. That's her. That's her.
There she is. Man, we ought to pull her up. I wonder what she's. Did you
They
think
got
she
into
got
it.
her
I don't remember her name. But yeah.
And can I just push back on
By
something
the way,
real quick?
Rewind a little. 1 second, BD. Rewind a little bit and freeze it right when she comes in the camera. I just want to make sure everybody's clocking what she looks like. Go ahead, BD.
No, I just wanted to push back on something CT had said earlier, but you go ahead. I'll wait.
No, you're good. Push back on CT.
Happy birthday.
No,
Happy birthday.
he has a comment
Got some
that says
snowballs
that
in the mix.
he says that I'm in
bunnies.
denial that black quarterbacks not only have to be an athlete, but need to have abstract thinking on the field. It's clear that black quarterbacks have to rely on running. That's solely not true. Warren Moon couldn't run to save his life. And that man is in the Hall of Fame. Doug Williams couldn't run to save his life. And that man should be in the Hall of Fame.
Hey, answer me this question. How many years Doug Williams played in the NFL?
17.
How many years he was a starter?
I think 8.
And that year he won the Super Bowl, was that a strike shortened year? Correct.
No, that was the Joe Theismann Super Bowl was the strike shortened year, 83.
Oh, okay, all right, fair enough. I don't know. All right, I was just asking a question. Anyway, this happy birthday to you.
But yeah, they need to do more, less celebrating and more studying.
Well, what is Snow Bunny? It is Snow Bunny.
No, she's just pretty fair skinned, you know.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think she just yellow. She not white, I don't believe.
But it's clearly a pattern here. I mean, we just keep seeing it over and over.
Oh, we seeing a pattern.
It's a pattern of proximity, UJ. These black quarterbacks, when they go to these colleges, they're not around black women. They're around white women.
Sir, I went to the University of Minnesota.
Hey, I see something else I don't see, though. I see something else I don't see. Let me put this back on the universe. I see something else I don't see. Take this down for a minute. I see something I don't see. University, can you help me out here? Tell me what you don't see.
What I don't see?
What I don't see. Is there something missing? They got they got their little dance. They always had a little dance. Look, they got. When did they create these dances? Like, at what point do you say it's time for me to create a dance?
I mean, BD's saying that they're not studying the playbook, but they all got handshakes and dances. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm telling you.
He get in the playbook and create this dance, huh?
I mean, I know it doesn't take too much time to get a shake going, but you gotta perfect it at some point.
You gotta teach everybody else. Look, there it is. Playbook. There it is. Look out. Playbook. Better days, nigga. Better days. You see something missing? Universal. What missing out here?
His teammates in the ring.
Ain't no sister gals.
With him?
Sister gals. Yeah. Ain't no sister gals in this mix.
I see some aunties up in there. Yeah, I seen those
aunties and shit, right?
Yeah, but younger black women, no. Ain't no younger black chicks in there unless it's just cousins and sisters.
This is a party he threw right outside of Washington, D.C. in what was it? Potomac, Maryland. Look, this is he went to
Yeah, CT. They got into an argument. He hopped out the car and played with Frogger.
Look, he went to a private high school, man, right in Potomac, Maryland. This is the school he went to. Bullis.
Yeah.
If you can see my screen here, he went to Bullis.
They got a pretty good football team, don't they? I think they're kind of known nationally.
Who are you talking about?
I wouldn't be surprised if they
Bullish.
Bullis. This is a school that Dwayne Haskins went to. He had it all, but he wanted to be a quarterback, and it didn't work out for him. And then he played in traffic in his life.
That's unfortunate. He probably could have turned it around.
I've always thought, man, like Cam Newton would have been a great defensive end. He'd been a Julius Peppers.
Yeah, big as him. Yeah.
Huh? Say what?
He's big as him. So yeah.
Yeah, he's big
about
as
the same
Peppers.
size.
Yeah,
Cam Newton was a huge man. He still is a pretty big dude.
But he's never going to be small. But he wasn't a quarterback. I think you'd have to
No,
say that.
I agree. Listen, Cam Newton was not a quarterback for real. Cam Newton, I mean, at Auburn, he was just running the ball basically, and he had a strong arm. But just because you have a strong arm and could run, don't mean you can play quarterback.
Well, that seems to be the problem with all these black quarterbacks. That a lot of them have very strong arms. I remember Dante Culpepper. I think he damn near threw the ball 70 yards.
Yeah, Dante Culpepper could actually play quarterback, though. Dante Culpepper wasn't a scrub.
He can keep his damn weight under control.
It was just physically he did not have a quarterback body, but he had the talent.
Yeah, Culpepper.
He liked to party, drink, and eat, man. You know, he was
he was 250 pounds, running a 4.5, throwing the ball 70 yards down the damn field.
Yeah,
with a flick of the wrist.
Zion problems.
He didn't understand the nuance of the game, man. He played that damn Madden style Tecmo Bowl, did throw the ball up like lollipops, and he had big tall.
I mean, why wouldn't he? He had Chris Carter and Randy Moss to throw the ball to. You could play that kind of style of football when you have two Hall of Fame wide receivers to throw the ball to.
But before we put you down, not put you down, but before we move on with the show, the point that we're making here is that, again, like these defense, this is my opinion, and Universal, you chime in. These defensive coordinators, I think what is happening in the NFL is that the defensive coordinators are no longer becoming head coaches. They're becoming defensive coordinators in there for careers. And you take a white guy like who's the defensive coordinator for some of these teams that who's the ones that have good success with the Mahomes of the world? I can't remember the guy's name. The one that had a lot of success with Tom Brady. These guys just sit around and watch film day in, day out, day in.
You talking about Josh McDaniel?
No, it's a defensive
the dude that had success with Tom Brady in New England.
No, I'm talking about defensive coordinators at this point. What I'm talking about is that there are going to be some defensive coordinators. And what you're seeing in the NFL, in my opinion, is that the defensive coordinators, they're never becoming coaches. So they're just honing in on watching film and learning how to attack quarterback's weakness. That's the defensive coordinator's job. Well, imagine if you're a quarterback and you have some glaring weaknesses and you never fix those weaknesses. Then that coordinator and other coordinators that copy what he's doing, you say splits or whatever they're doing, they're going to have a lot of success. Someone says Steve Spagnuolo. They're going to have a lot of success until those guys figure it out. They're not going to be able to outrun all these people.
No, I agree with that. They're not.
And these defensive coordinators, they're sitting there watching film and they're picking up on tendencies that the quarterbacks in their first 1 or 2 years, they're slipping through. There hasn't been enough film tape on them. But once those coordinators get enough tape and they see he can't throw when he's running to his left, they're going to make him run to his left. That's what's going to happen. And on it goes until he can show that he can play from in the pocket. And these quarterbacks, the black ones, do not seem to be able to play in the pocket.
No, and that's the main knock I have on Lamar Jackson. Like Lamar, as great as Lamar Jackson is during the regular season, come playoff time when you have to make a pass from in the pocket, he seems to be unable to do that. When it matters.
Let me read this super chat here. Mr. John, good morning. Chris Reeves, the $5 super chat. Good morning. Who fought whose fault would it be for that football player doing that, and will that driver, that vehicle, still be charged? I think he's talking about Antonio Brown. I'm not sure.
Whose fault would it be for the football player doing that? Will that driver the vehicle still be charged? I don't. Give us some more context, Chris.
Did you hear this? Did Cam Newton really say this?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, it was a big controversy when Cam Newton got drafted. I don't know if you remember, John. I think it was Sports Illustrated. They did a big piece on him, and in that piece, he had revealed. And BD, you might have heard this too. He had revealed what the owner of the Panthers said to him at the time. He said, "Don't grow your hair out, cut your hair, and don't get any tattoos, and I'll make you a billionaire." Do you remember that?
And he went just the opposite. Oh my God! And he went the opposite direction.
Well, he still got. I mean, Cam Newton still got paid pretty well, but he had Under Armour right away. He got that big yogurt deal. He got a bunch of big deals right away. And the owner told him, "Look, man, we're gonna make some money, but you have to don't get a bunch of tattoos and keep your hair cut low."
I don't know if he got a bunch of tattoos, but clearly he grew his hair.
Yeah, he grew his hair.
He grew his hair, and he did do.
I mean, Cam Newton had a decent career. He did win MVP of the league. He did appear in the Super Bowl. His career wasn't unsuccessful.
No. He won he went to the Super Bowl, won MVP, and he won a college championship. I think that's a pretty damn good career.
Yeah, I mean, he was a better college player than he was an NFL player. How about that?
He had a good year. We'll say that, because you got to remember, John, he got in trouble. That's how he ended up at Auburn. He started at Florida State. Tim Tebow kept him, and I forgot who the other quarterback was, but it was another really good quarterback. Tim Tebow kept both of them on the bench. Cam Newton got in trouble fucking around on campus. They shipped him to JUCO, and then he got to Auburn, and that's when they won.
At that 1 year, though, he was the most dominant, probably one of the most dominant players in college football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When he was on Auburn, he was one of the most dominant players in college. That's a fact.
Yeah, in all of college football, you know. And
now you got to remember the team he was on also had Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown, so it's not like he was by himself.
And they had that white running back too. I forgot his name, but they had that running game was insane.
Yeah, they had an insane running game that year.
Who was that? Who was that dude?
I can't remember who that was, but I do.
I don't remember the white dude. I remember Cadillac Williams and Ronnie Brown.
Cadillac he was from right around my hometown, so I do remember him. Cadillac Williams.
Yeah.
But anyway, what was the next topic? We hitting Universal.
You wanted to talk about Jalen Daniels a little bit. Did you have some? You want to hear what the coach had to say first?
Yeah. Put that clip up. Put that. I think I sent it to you. I think I even
I got it.
I
feel bad for JD. He about to turn into RG3.
Boy, his mama having a good time around here though.
Yo, his mama having a great time, but he himself, the Washington killing him.
Right,
they're killing him.
Yeah, hold on, BD. Go ahead, Universal.
I think you wanted it around this area here.
I think it's 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Obviously, I'm just like gutted by it. I'm just bummed. We didn't have any read plays on it, and the one that he was on injured is, usually a runner or a throw to the flat. It's not a scramble.
Stop right there, Universal.
So it wasn't a designed read.
Replay it again.
The extra thought given to that, and just knowing that he does like to run and maybe leave himself more susceptible.
Yeah, obviously, I'm just like gutted by it. I'm just bummed. We didn't have any read plays on it, and the one that he was on injured is, usually a runner or a throw to the flat. It's not a scramble. So it wasn't a designed read or play, into that spot. If we run it, 50 times, it's either a handoff or a throw, I'd say 50 times. So it's
stop right there, Universe. That's all you need to hear.
He went off script.
Right. This was if you go back and look at the play that he dislocated his elbow, as the coach is saying there, it was either a read or a throw to the flat. He didn't hand the ball off, nor did he throw the ball. He ended up scrambling, and in being tackled outside of the pocket,
right?
He put his arm
down. Well, it's called an RPO for a reason, John.
But
run pass option.
But it wasn't a run pass. The run, as the coach just said, if we run this play 50 times, he's either going to hand it off to the running back or he's going to throw it. There was no run option for him. The coach just said it. This boy freestyle and went out off script. and end up getting himself hurt. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is a coach killer. You're the starting quarterback. You do something that wasn't designed. You go off script and end up getting yourself hurt. And now this guy's on the hook to replace you for the rest of the season. That's a coach killer. It's a literal coach killer. If he had been hurt on a design play, you can kind of live with that. But not that. Go back and look at the play. It was terrible for him to get hurt on a play like that, where he was not supposed to be running the ball. Anyway, go ahead.
What about when quarterbacks get hurt on design plays? That's more palatable, like what happened to Jackson Dart on Sunday.
Again, how did
I
Jackson
think
Dart get hurt?
that's the reason why the ball got fired.
How did Jackson? That's correct, right? Like the boy's a capable passer. He's a capable runner too. But you using that man like a damn running back.
Yeah,
like
he act
lead
like
blocking.
Jackson Dart is Josh
Right.
Allen.
Right.
And
This guy
he's
here
not.
running with lead blocks like he's a running back. Did you see the play he was hurt Universal?
Yeah.
No, I'm about to pull it up now.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be able to
he
show
was
it.
running a Q-back, a design Q-back quarterback sweep.
That's right. That's the word I was looking for. It was a quarterback sweep. It looked like something out of college or high school, right? When you have a bunch of guards and stuff pulling, and the quarterback is in like a wishbone type offense.
Yeah, it was a
right?
design quarterback
Yeah,
sweep. He went between the two guards. He jumped up in the air, got popped, fumbled the ball, landed on his head, and that was it for him.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, that was it. And that probably was the deciding point in the game as well.
Yeah, that changed the game.
Well.
Giants were up 20-7 until that point.
Yeah, that's correct there. And so you have to keep your quarterback healthy and upright. And so there it is. Hey, B-Dog, man, we got to finish up. You come back up in a minute. We're going to move on to a couple other topics. You want to discuss them? Feel free to hit the link. Come back.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, this play of Jackson Dart getting hurt is wild, John. Yeah,
Right, you see it. You saw it.
Yeah. He fumbled and everything.
He fumbled and everything. I think he was concussed, bro. He may have been knocked out. And again, for a guy that can throw the ball that well, why put him in danger running the ball like that? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But anyway, moving right along.
Yeah, man. What do you we got some good chats happening about black culture and quarterbacks. What do you think about how do you think black culture has impacted sports, mainly basketball and football altogether? From what you
I showed that play yesterday of Wimbiana. Somebody said it was a ghost pick and roll. Remember that play?
Yeah.
And Wimbiana, he ghost picked and had an easy slam dunk. It took a teamwork to do that. The black guy, Kevin Durant, from right outside DC area, he said, "Oh, you gonna shit on me and slam on me and posterize me? I'm gonna come back and posterize you,
KD,
and I'm gonna do it myself. Damn a team." And I think that is the blackification of sports, right there. The back and forth, the lack of team involvement. I'm not sure if Wimbiana is not from America, is he?
He's from France.
Right, there you go. And he's a team player. And Kevin Durant, he's a guy that clearly doesn't seem to be a good team player. He's bounced around from one team to the next, stuff like that. So I think that's kind of, if I were to point to one thing, it would be that the blacks are more individualized in sports, and the other players, the non-blacks, are going to be a little bit better team players. That's my thought.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think you're seeing it. I think you're seeing a takeover of foreign players who may have black genetics, like the French. You got a lot of French players. A lot of French players have been drafted in the NBA at a high rate. You're seeing a lot of African players in college football, or a lot of biracial Africans who have white moms and African dads also entering. Look at some of the top receivers right now have Nigerian names. So we're seeing this blend and blitz of foreigners into the both football and basketball. We're also seeing how this urban culture is showing up in the game, and I think that that's very fascinating. Where guys are rocking grills, literally iced out grills, multiple chains, watches, not just any watches, but like Rolexes on the field. I don't know what that has to do with sports performance or if that's going to improve anything, but everybody is stunting on the field as they play the game. Hello, questions. How are you?
Hello, Universal. How are you? This is a
I'm
great
doing well.
this subject right now because someone like myself, women, we're spectators. We're spectators to the game. But one thing about people like myself, you grow up watching football. You still have that attachment. You can never play, never be on the field. We just enjoy watching it. But we do spend a lot of money. We spend a lot of money. And when you look at these owners and when you look at the NFL as an organization in and of itself, they are still going to want to have a player that has a look that is marketable and still safe. I'm touching on this because of the comments brought up about Cam Newton. I remember his commercials, like the yogurt commercials he had with Oikos yogurt. Who, like a commercial like that is appealing to whom?
Well,
Yes, John.
Pony, I think though that the owners have a new revenue stream now that they didn't have during Cam Newton's day, and that revenue stream has grown mightily, and that's the fantasy football, the data streams that they have, they can make a lot more money than they've ever made just selling the data feeds. All these copyright claims and things like that, the revenue streams from content now, I think, have made the players almost commodity-like products. That's just my take on it.
Well, absolutely. And if you think about it, John, these players really began to be like the commodity starting in the 90s. Really, if you think about it, think way back when you're having, the Jordans, the Pippins, like the how, and not just the player itself, but like the team as a whole, as an entity. When you're having Madeleine Albright bringing a signed basketball to a North Korean leader because that's what he wanted as a gift. Like the Chicago Bulls, especially 98, so popular, so worldwide. It's like everybody wants that piece of Americana. So you're absolutely correct. It's not just the feed of the money, but also the brand. And when it comes to the brand, you don't want to forget that other side who are not athletes, people who don't study the stats, but just enjoy the game. They come to the game, they bring their families. It's that the NFL still understands that. So when
I think ultimately though,
ghetto, that's just it's a bit much.
Like ultimately you can't. Ultimately, like you put the pictures back up, University that you were just showing there. That's very difficult for you to market that. The videos of the guys with gold teeth, gold chains. That's just so outside of mainstream America, in my opinion.
You're absolutely right, John. And not to deter the conversation, but
just scroll through it, Universal.
There was
don't play it, just scroll through it.
There was a signature over 100,000 people to actually remove Bad Bunny and bring in this other country singer. Because like you said, not to stray away from Americana. And then on top, adding to that, you haven't had like a country singer or group perform at the NFL in like 10, 15 years.
Well, you know what? I think that makes sense, honestly. I think if you have a black population of people, the entertainment is going to be black. It's definitely not going to be white. What did Fuzzy Zeller say when Tiger Woods won the Masters? He said, okay, now we got to start eating fried chicken and collard greens and whatever these people
collard greens, yeah.
And so you're going to have to play their music. You're going to have to put the blacks in charge of the music, like Jay-Z, because these blacks might run a protest on you and disrupt your whole operation. So some of the things you're going to have to, give some, some leeway to the blacks because you have a black organization. You have a black product. You're very dependent on blacks playing football. I think by and large, whites have canceled out football. What do you think, Universal? You on mute though, Universal.
You on mute.
My bad. I was trying to pull up the next clip. I don't think whites have canceled it out completely, but they are being more selective on how they support and show up to the games. Since Colin Kaepernick, I think that there's been more of a choice on how we want to do this. You're gonna have your ride or die fans, but they're not gonna support all this completely. Like Justin Jefferson, I bring him up specifically, and I'll pass it to you in 1 second because he's a local talent. The kids love the Jet; they love him. So the moms and the parents are gonna buy his jerseys. They're gonna let their kids dress up for him for Halloween. And I've seen a lot of kids walking around with tinfoil necklaces and grills and little fake earrings, little white boys going around doing the gritty and going like this for Halloween. Like, so there's a level of this that is appealing, but there is a cutoff as well.
Well, if you want to blame the
that's a
culture
lot
on
right
something,
there. That's bringing ghettohood culture to their families.
Correct. You got
there's
6 people to blame. You want to blame black culture, the revolutionary black culture, and why it's infiltrated the sports world? Allen Iverson and the Fab Five, they started this trend 40 years ago.
It very well could go back to that. Allen Iverson brought a very undisciplined, talented player. He was overly talented and very undisciplined. That is kind of apex black. Would you say that's fair? Like the apex black would be highly talented and highly undisciplined.
I mean, the Fab Five got a lot to do with that too. That Michigan Fab Five, Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, and company.
That may have been the last example of blacks working together as a team to accomplish something.
Now I'm talking about in terms of what they did for the culture, coming in with baggy shorts, black socks, black shoes.
Did they even win? No, I don't go through the whole description in uniform. But did they even win?
They got to the Final Four twice, but no, they didn't win the national championship.
Them niggas didn't even win. Guess that's what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah, because they ran into Christian Laettner.
They ran into who? They ran into
Christian Laettner and Grant Hill.
You don't even know what you just said, do you?
Technique and fundamentals.
I mean, that's what they ran into. You're talking about 5 street ball basketball players trying to run against Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, and Mike Krzyzewski. What you thought was going to happen?
He ran into five street ball nickels. Ran into who?
Christian Laettner, Grant Hill, and Mike Krzyzewski, Bobby Hurley, and the like.
You still don't get into a universe.
No, I know what you're trying to say. You're talking about the difference between people playing a street style of basketball and people playing a fundamental style of basketball. And usually the fundamental style of basketball is going to win because that's how basketball is supposed to be played fundamentally, not on the blacktop.
Well,
there's a reason why folks are in the NBA and folks are in and one.
I don't know much about basketball, but I'm imagining you probably can jump over the damn rim. If you can do that, you can have a very successful basketball career. But if you can run 1,000 miles an hour, I still don't think you're going to have much success as a quarterback. I don't give a damn how fast you can run, how far you can throw the ball.
Yeah, because playing quarterback has nothing to do with running.
But I think it's all up here.
Yeah, the quarterback is mental.
Right, I got it. I think all these fast black quarterbacks that the blacks seem to point to, Michael Vick, all that, they can't make heads or tail. Why haven't these guys had any success? Any real serious, long-term, sustainable success? None of them have. And
except Mahomes.
Okay, but he doesn't play like the rest of them. So you keep going for the next flavor of the month without ever asking yourself, why do we keep going through all these black quarterbacks and they keep cycling out the same way, getting hurt? And you never ask yourself these questions. It's very interesting to me.
Hey, John, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead before we move on. Go ahead.
What do you think of Arch Manning?
I haven't seen much of him, so I can't say, but he doesn't seem to be good. That's what I'll say.
Okay. And he's not very good. He's okay. He's a little slightly above average, but he's not nothing like his uncles. That's for sure. But okay.
That apple, yeah. He has time to get better. We'll see. Time will tell. All right, we're moving on. We come back over. You want to talk about the next topic here?
Yeah, I was gonna ask BD. Does he think that?
Yeah.
What does he think about all this ice that's being rocked on the football field? It just every year just seems to be increasing, man.
I think it's stupid, is what I think. You got Shador Sanders wearing $1,000 watches. This dude with grills in his mouth is fucking dumb. We pay tickets to watch y'all play football, not to wear grills. Like, I think it's stupid personally, but you know.
BD, if you don't mind, kind of tying back the 90s with Dion and how, very ostentatious he was back in the day under both coaches, and then also now with his son. Do you see any parallels? And if you don't mind comparing how it was back then to now, like, for example, do you believe it's maybe more disciplined now, less disciplined? Appreciate it.
Oh, it's far less disciplined now than it was back then. And the only reason why Deion Sanders was able to get away with what he got away with because he was the GOAT at his position. If he if he was just Rod Woodson or Charles Woodson, he wouldn't have been able to get away with the stuff that he was getting away with. But Deion Sanders was so dominant on the football field that you had to just let him rock.
Got it.
He took away an entire half of the field.
The better answer to her question is it Deion Sanders and all these other black players that were engaged in black behavior? As long as your leader was the leader in the face of the team, he kind of corralled all those guys to move forward for the best of the team. That's what happened with Tom Brady and all these other people. That Deion Sanders was still getting in line when it came time to do what was needed to be done. Mm-hmm. Today, you have quarterbacks who do not command the respect of the rest of the players on the team. So if you got a Deion on the team with a Justin Fields, Deion be slapping Justin Fields upside the head, right? Disrespecting him. And Justin Fields would not be able to lead that team. So that causes real serious problems. And so that's what you're seeing now. That the Deions of the world are now the quarterbacks of the team. It's one thing to have them as a cornerback, but to have them as the quarterback, as the leader of the team, now you got problems. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. Well, what do you think, Universal?
I think it definitely causes a problem. If they're not there to lead, they're there to promote themselves first. It's not going to work. We have not seen it work at all. The quarterback position is a defined leadership position. The teams that don't have leaders at quarterback don't win, and that's just it.
You can't talent your way around that.
Well, you can't teach folks how to be a leader either. It's either you are or you not.
Say more
it's
about
not something you can teach. It's either you have it or you don't.
Say more about that.
About leadership, I think leadership is an inherent quality. It's not it's something you're born with. It's either because in this world let's see, we got two groups of people. You have sheep and you have wolves, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody's not going to be a wolf. Most people are going to be sheep. That's what I'm saying. It's inherent. Leadership is an inherent quality. It's either you have it or you don't. It's not something that could be taught. Mm-hmm. It's either you're going to be able to influence people or you're not. That's the main point of being a leader, right? Is the ability to influence somebody to follow you.
Let me explain something to you, BD, from a personal standpoint. What I think a lot of these black players are having when they move up to leadership. They're sleeping with the tenants, metaphorically. You know what I'm saying?
I know you had to get that in there.
What do you say? Well, what do you mean by that, right? And here, I'll explain to you what I mean. Like, I don't sleep with my tenants. I don't even have any social interaction with them. We don't go to the same places. We don't know the same people. Totally separate, right? They're not going to bump into me anywhere, anywhere. We don't go to the same places. It ain't by design. I don't ask them where you go, and then I go other places. It's just how it all works out. The quarterback, as I've always said, cannot hang out with the running backs. Can't do it.
You talking about hang out personally in a personal capacity.
I would go so far as to say he shouldn't even be in the same damn algorithm as a running back. How about that?
Well, he's going to need that running back to pick up that blitz still. So I want to be friendly to my running backs.
I didn't say he shouldn't be friendly. I didn't say he don't need him. I ain't saying none of that stuff. What I said is that they shouldn't even be in the same algorithm. They shouldn't be reading the same thing. They shouldn't be going to the same club. They shouldn't be dating the same people. right? They should live totally separate lives. Totally separate lives. If you don't understand what I'm saying, then you clearly cannot see why the blacks are having problems. You go back to Shedeur Sanders, he runs over, he's a backup damn quarterback, runs over to a rapper. He's in the same social circles as the running backs and the defensive ends. That don't work.
So are you saying that quarterbacks should have their own social circle exclusive to just them?
It's more nuanced in that it should come naturally. That he shouldn't even he shouldn't even know who the hell Max B is. I don't know who the hell Max B is. How the hell he know? He wasn't even alive to hear the best of Max B.
Right, he sure wasn't. But I'm pretty sure he heard it, because his daddy was playing Max.
Here he is gravitating to ghetto culture, where Method Man and probably his running backs and the full backs and the defensive ends all over there want to see Max B. He over there with them. In the military, don't they have distinction between officers and enlisted men? They can't date. Officer can't date enlisted.
They sure do in the military.
Right. Officer can't go pick up a woman that's enlisted and say, "Hey, I'll make you my wife." Can't do that. Right?
No. Not until your commission is up. You can't do it while your commission is still going.
You know what an NCO club is? Do you know what an NCO club is?
I've heard of it. I've never been to one.
Yeah, you probably heard it because you're black, right? I'm assuming you're black. You know what an NCO club is, Universal?
No.
John, you've never seen my face before?
I don't think so, BD. But anyway, the point is,
I'm black enough for you, sir.
You black enough. There's
wait, I get my brown paper bag. Hold on.
There's no spectrum for me. Basically, what I'm saying is, an NCO club is a non-commissioned officers club. Stanley's never talked about that, but I will. And so in my hometown, there was a military base, and all the blacks used to hang out at the non-commissioned officers club.
Okay.
Right? Officers could not go there if they had their own club. Understand? There was no mixing, right? The same thing kind of applies, I think, with quarterbacks. Could you imagine seeing Tom Brady up in the club with his running back popping bottles? It ain't a good look. So that's what I'm saying. Anyway.
I dig it. I mean, I think these black quarterbacks need to study more and party less.
There you go.
And all the grills and wearing earrings and jewelry on the field, I don't agree with that at all. I'm against that completely. I think it destroys the integrity of the actual game.
Can I ask the panel regards to Brady and Randy Moss? That season, they won every game, of course, except the Super Bowl. But Randy Moss, there's a way that man moves, and he purposely sought after Tom Brady to play with him. So how do you think that partnership worked out? Because Randy Moss is a country boy, and he never exemplified that type of behavior. Comes from a very well-disciplined family. How do you think that his manner affected his relationship with Brady? Because I bring this up because I don't know if many of you know, Antonio was arrested for attempted unaliving.
Yeah.
We talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
I think Antonio Brown got CTE, but don't nobody want to admit to that. But that's another story.
Universal, what do you think about
there's Antonio with Brady, and then there's Randy Moss with Brady. Both very different.
I got an interesting take on that. If you want to go Universal.
Yeah, I think at that point in time, Randy Moss knew that was his shot to get a ring, and Randy Moss brought his talent and his know-how to the Patriots to help them get to have that amazing season. It was some of the best numbers. I think that was the best season Randy has ever had.
Yeah, it was the best season he ever had. The man caught 18 touchdowns.
And yet they didn't win.
They lost in the Super Bowl.
They lost in the Super Bowl.
That was the helmet catcher, I believe. The other thing, one more quick thing about Randy Moss.
That was the Manningham catch.
Hold on, BD. Go ahead, Universal.
Yeah, you're right. It was the Manningham. The other thing too, remember when Randy left the Vikings, he went to the Raiders. And a lot of times when players go to Raiders back in that time, that was when your career was pretty much almost over. So he had a lot of motivation to prove that he was still the man when he went to the Patriots. But go ahead, BD.
You're right. Randy Moss is top 3 receiver all time, if not.
Here's what I say about Randy Moss. what was his signature? What did he do well?
He jumped. He out jumped everybody. He was the
Okay,
Michael
okay.
Jordan of wide
All right,
receivers.
but
You
what
could
did
just
he do
throw
Fly
it
well?
in
all
the
up.
sky, John Galt. He looked beautiful in the air. Oh my
Yeah.
God. And he's so physically perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
what made
people,
Randy
oh
Moss
my
different
God.
from everybody else was
Okay,
his leaping
all these
ability.
things are great,
Just like
right?
he
All
could
these things
just,
are
it
great,
was,
right? Great.
it's like
But what did
artistic.
he do well? What did he do
Fluid.
well? What did he do well?
Well, he
Does
carried
anyone know what he did?
himself like a gentleman. He was,
But
and he
that
had
is,
a
but he did. Okay, what does that matter on the football field? I'm talking about on the
Okay,
football
what he
field. What did
did
he
well
do
on the
well?
football field, he outran pretty much every corner. He was a
Okay, I got
mismatch for
you. All
every
right, I got you. I don't
cornerback
need you
that
to go into full detail. He ran well.
he
yes, he did.
ran well,
He's
he
an
jumped
athlete.
well,
He was
he had
fast.
great hands,
I got you. I got you.
and he ran good routes. I mean, he got to
Okay, all right.
learn under
So
Chris Carter.
okay,
So
what type of routes did he run? What was his
well,
best route?
mostly it was goal routes, post routes. Randy Moss
Okay,
didn't run a bunch of short
okay.
routes. He didn't need to. He had Chris Carter on the other side of him.
Hey, man! I'm gonna have to put you down if you keep going on and on. So he ran goals and post routes, correct?
Yes.
All right. And goals and post routes are what? What type of routes are those?
Usually they're anywhere between 15 yards and deeper.
So those are long routes,
Yeah.
correct? Right.
Designed to stretch the defense
That
so
means you
people
gotta
could
have
come
good blocking.
underneath.
That means you gotta have good blocking up front, correct?
Yes.
Right. So that's pretty easy to defense if you can disrupt the blocking up front and not let this man just run all the way downfield, correct?
Yep.
Right. And so why did he lose? Why did they lose? One of the things they were very effective in was getting pressure up the middle on Tom Brady, correct?
Yes.
Which would nullify this man running downfield, right?
Right.
That's a good way to nullify a man running downfield is get pressure up the middle on the quarterback, particularly a quarterback that can't run, correct?
Right. Yes, particularly for somebody like a Brady, Peyton Manning.
Right. Now, when they got rid of Tom Brady, they weren't running a lot of deep routes, right?
No.
Right? A buddy of mine, Philippe, his cousin, played with Tom Brady. What was his name? I can't remember. He's one of them little fast-ass wide receivers. And they ran really short routes, real precise short routes, correct?
Yep.
And Tom Brady is very, very accurate, correct?
Indeed.
Right? Which does what? It nullifies or neutralizes that pressure up the middle. I don't need to wait 5 seconds for Randy Moss to get 25 yards down the field. I can get it to the man who's 5 yards down the field, who's quick. Put it in front of him, and he can run out the catch. That's how it works. That's how he played the rest of his career, correct? He wasn't a deep
for the
ball
most part.
thrower, right?
Because he didn't have a deep threat, basically.
I don't want to take any hits out here. It was Troy Brown, Wes Welker, and there was another guy. That was my buddy's cousin. It was a black guy from South Carolina. I can't remember his name, but anyway, that was Philippe's cousin. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
you talking about Deion Brown.
That wasn't Deion Branch. It was the other one.
Deion Branch.
No, it was another one. Another little small black guy played wide receiver over there. I can't remember his name. Anyway, go right ahead, Universal.
Yeah, I was trying to think who that receiver was. Was it Troy Brown or what was that dude's name?
Nah, he just said Troy Brown, Wes Welker.
It wasn't Dante Stallworth. It was
Deion Branch.
Dave, was it Dave? I could call Philippe and
I can't remember off the top of my head.
He's from South
I'm
Carolina.
not a New England fan.
He won like 2 Super Bowls with him though. It wasn't Dante Stallworth. It was one of them little small black quarterbacks. He's from South Carolina. I can't remember his name, but if you go back and look through the list, David. His name was David something. David.
All right, well, John, this has been fun. I got to get ready for work now. But you still owe me a conversation on Shador on my show, though, John.
Oh, man, anytime, man. You just let me know when you want to do it.
I come on every Sunday at 11 a.m.
I'll make sure I jump over there right before the game.
Eastern Standard Time?
Every Sunday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Sunday. I only do one show a week, so.
It was David Patton. That's his name, David Patton.
Okay, wow. I ain't heard that name in a long time. But enjoy your show, John. Thank you for having me.
Man. Thank you for coming up, man.
Take care,
come back up if you want to come in on some of the other topics. Yeah. Yeah, David Patton. That was the name of the receiver there. The other
Got it.
receiver for the Patriots when they won a few Super Bowls.
Got it. Yeah, man. I think we're gonna, unless the NFL starts to put in some policy and restrictions, we're gonna see more jury, and we're gonna see more outrageous things. It's probably gonna have to come to a point where somebody loses a piece of the jury or somebody gets injured by it for them to do anything. But they're letting this run wild. I even see now that the companies are saying, okay, they want to wear jury. We're gonna start making like things for them to wear. So there's a watch company that has given a bunch of college football players these watches to wear on the field.
Really? On the field.
On the field, yeah. Now
remember
they're athletic watches now, but don't be
wow.
surprised if they give them actual metal.
Blinged out.
And yeah, but there are players who are wearing blinged out stuff on the field, as you've seen.
Can they bling out an athletic watch?
Yes.
There's gonna be some jeweler, Jacob the jeweler. He'll bling out your athletic watch.
Yes.
Wasn't there? Remember the guy that played for the 49ers?
Yeah. I pulled that up. Oh, did I drop it? I pulled it up.
That was years ago.
Yeah. Michael Crabtree and Talib Khalid, they got into it. Yeah. I actually had that ready to go.
Yeah. You have to just scroll through it. You can't play it because if you play it, the computer, the search algorithm will catch it. But if you just scroll through it, it won't catch it.
Gotcha.
John.
Hold on, Pierce. What's up?
No, I'm just.
Let me pour a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Anyway, give me 1 second.
Why?
What's wrong today, Imperius? Talk to me.
We just bring the comment. I'm just tired of this planet, this existence. Like 100%. I prayed so hard that asteroid that's coming through our system will change trajectory and hit us like some kind of missile. Like, I'm just so tired. Is this all it is? Like, is this all there is? That's the question. Is this all there is?
For some people, I think so. But again, we're seeing in spaces where we didn't see these cultures leak into it and infest it, we're starting to see it. And sports is just one of those spaces.
Like, I'm not negatively against sports. I think it has a good thing for society that it instills competition. It breeds like competitive instincts and team management, interaction, things like that. It helps build cohesiveness, sure.
Right.
But man, dude, it's really the bread and circus. It really is, man. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, like, yeah, quarterbacks are smart and all that. Do you think a quarterback can actually like sit down and take an LSAT or MCATs or a
No, it's more of an offensive lineman thing, but most quarterbacks.
Who are the real smart guys? Yeah, like if you notice the guys that are the guys that are from Harvard and Yale, they're all O-linemen.
Yeah.
Because they've got to study blocking, all the quarter. Like,
yeah,
we overemphasize a game. It's a game. It's a game. Essentially, what football is 11 guys saying, "I'm going to push this way," and 11 guys saying, "No, I'm not going to let you push me." That's all it is.
Technically, yes.
And so I just there's got to be more than this in this universe. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I've come to the point where if there's nothing more to life or to existence than this, we need to get rid of ourselves. Like, this planet needs to be exterminated. Like, it's too much. It's too much. It's from and maybe when I'm feeling very similar to Newton and Tesla, how they felt that human beings are like a parasite in some aspects, in that we're like these unevolved, savage, childlike race.
All right.
We're this
Chris, you want to come in on the football? Or you want to come in on the football aspect of it? We are talking about it from a leadership standpoint, or lack thereof, and the ghettoization of it, which you may find interesting as well.
It's the ghettoization of it, because it's it's now like the lowest common denominator of intelligence. Sports used to actually be intelligent people used to watch them.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we're talking about here, and that now it is devolving to a point where it's very difficult for people to watch it, and now it is
It's
becoming
like
kind of a
MTV, John. It's like an MTV now.
I think it's evolving to kind of like boxing, where you see sometimes you see.
I mean, I used to love boxing. I used to watch Friday night fights and Saturday night
look,
boxing on ESPN every week with my grandpa.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hey,
mean? Back when I was
Universal, you got what's your next topic you're coming up with, Universal, to keep it pushing?
Well, I
out?
mean,
come up with that. Hey, I got a good topic for you.
Oh Lord.
Hold on, we already got some planned out, so go ahead, Universal.
Well, we kind of maxed out on everything we wanted to cover so far. What did you want to add, real quick, Imperius?
Let's talk about the real infestation of the problem of YouTube.
Oh God, what does that have to do with sports?
I'll say, because everything on here, like, I think we have a misunderstanding of what YouTube is fundamentally. I mean, I'm not saying John specifically or you, but it's essentially an avenue of people who could not make it in the competitive market, trying to make a living as roaches. And if you like, and I think people have sat now and actually listened to these people and believe these people, and none of the people on this YouTube, on these channels, on anything, are anything that they actually are.
All right, back to some sports here. We'll get to that later, maybe, Imperius. Here's this is the new college basketball has their kids at the stadium. Can you see this, Universal? I'm not sure who this player is. It looks like it is USC basketball. I'm not sure if that's South Carolina or
it's the Trojans. It's the Trojans.
It's the Trojans.
It's the Trojans.
Universal.
I'm trying to understand what's happening.
You posted online that you were very happy to be with a group of winners who were dedicated. A lot of Auburn fans decided to respond to that. Was that just
our response? It wasn't the one that shot at nobody. And that's just to set it straight. Like, we're not here to start no drama with nobody. I'm pretty sure he's proud to be where he at. So
I'm gonna say some because a lot of Auburn folks, they got stuff twisted. I cannot go much into detail, but I'm past that. I'm just, praising my boys now. Nothing to do, I'm past that. That's in the past. I always want them to do the coaching opportunity. The boys.
Again, he's eating on stage, right? He has his daughter on stage while she's playing on her phone.
Yeah, I know I'm messing. I'm never gonna twist my words.
This is the new sports. You got to go out and recruit people like this.
It's all because of O'Bannon.
Yeah,
it's all because of O'Bannon.
You think NIL created this? What you're watching?
Yeah, it's all O'Bannon's suit that created payments, financial, anything. These kids should be slaves, and they should have to earn their way to the NFL.
All right. We ain't going there today.
No. But let me ask you. No, hold on. They have no financial investment in the facilities, the training. They don't have to hire coaches. They don't have to hire physical therapists.
Are you going to state all these facts that everyone knows? You don't have to state all the facts that everyone knows. We all know
why
this.
shouldn't they be slaves? They don't deserve anything. They're not putting anything in. Why should they get any payment? Why should they get any fucking money? They're taking money by their fucking presence on that fucking campus.
Well, I mean, it's a quid pro quo. They're not just
it's because niggers can't fucking do anything other than dribble a ball, and white people in administration want to feel like they're nigger lovers.
Well, I'm sure they're making money off of it, Imperius.
If you look at most of these schools, they're losing money. How much is LSU paying out fucking Chip Kelly?
All right.
And is the government, is the governor involved in that now because he's going to bankrupt the school? Is the governor involved?
All right.
I'm always, I just want these fucking people done. I want 90% of the human race liquidated.
Yeah, I know, man. It's gonna drive you fucking crazy though, bro, because it's not gonna happen.
Don't let it drive you nuts.
It'll drive you fucking crazy. Hey, here's an interesting video I saw. It's sticking with the sports here. I want you to pay attention to this. Pay particular attention to this. Take a listen.
But look at his face. He's a mouth breather.
Imperius. Look, hey, when I'm up here, a lot of times I'm trying to clip this shit. You can't talk over the videos and shit.
against a quarterback slightly resembling Kyler Murray, but I feel like Kyler Murray is not where everybody.
Hold on, I gotta rewind this shit.
Like,
I want you to listen closely to this, Universal.
Up against any quarterback that slightly resembles Kyler Murray.
Now I don't feel like I have going against a quarterback slightly resembling Kyler Murray, but I feel like Kyler Murray is not where everybody.
What's that?
No, I'm good.
Did you see that, Universal?
Like I say,
He
he's a
glitched out mid-sentence.
Like I said, he's a mouth breather. You could tell from the moment you put the clip up, he has his mouth open.
Universal, Imperious. Come on, man. We're trying to do a fucking show right here. We get to the mouth breather, another show. We have a whole fucking show about mouth breathing.
He glitched out in mid-sentence. Like, I don't know if he was trying to think about what he was going to say next and then just ran out of words or what, but that was awful. Wow.
No, I think what happened here, Universal, is that he was about to be honest about Kyler Murray. He's saying, I'm going to play. I want you to listen to it one more time to see if I got it wrong. Listen, they're asking about Kyler Murray. This is, you know who this is?
Yeah, when he just got traded.
Right. And so they're asking him about Kyler Murray. This is back when he was at Alabama. Listen.
Have you gone up against any quarterback that slightly resembles Kyler Murray?
Now I don't feel like I have going against a quarterback slightly resembling Kyler Murray, but I feel like Kyler Murray is not where everybody.
What's that?
No, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah. I'm about to say too much. He's not where everybody thinks he is, and he just admitted it there. Or he was about to let the cat out of the bag. It was probably before Kyler Murray was even drafted. He was in college. And the guy was never good. Do you remember him on the Dan Patrick interview? Do you remember Kyler Murray on the Dan
No,
Patrick
I
interview?
do not remember that. No.
Oh, man. So he had his dad sitting there, like off camera. And he was asking real softball questions. He couldn't answer them. He kept looking over to his dad to answer the questions. And, it was so awkward that it should have ruined his draft status right there. But, they had to draft him, I guess, for whatever reasons, and they drafted him anyway. But that was a big red flag when I saw him on that Dan Patrick interview. And he couldn't hold his own with his dad there.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. But you do see a lot of these guys who end up in that situation. They don't have the best media training. They don't know how to speak up for themselves. Now, they are young, right? A lot of these guys are 21, 22 years old. But when you are put in this position, there are staff on professionally and in college that are supposed to help you get to that level where you should be able to articulate your thoughts. I mean, and it's football at the end of the day. Like, it's not like you're fucking regurgitating something more significant. Like, you should be able to tell and speak directly about what's going on and how you feel about it. It's interesting.
You would think. Did we cover the Redskins, Universal?
No, the punch. We didn't talk about the punch.
Yeah. It's been big talk around here. What happened with the Redskins? You want to pull it up?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I thought I had that tab open.
Wait, but isn't what you were just saying about it, the inability to complete a sentence? Didn't I just say that he's a mouth breather? He doesn't have intelligence.
Well, he doesn't need to complete a sentence. His position is to just chase after the ball, right, and play within a system. But the quarterback needs to be able to complete a sentence. And what we have now is that the quarterbacks in the NFL can't complete sentences very well. And yet they're being tasked to lead the team. They're out of position. And that's the problem that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Well, it's because dual threat quarterbacks in college make it easier on coaches, and coaches get lazy with it. And then they push that into the NFL. And then the NFL, when you have the elite high-level athletes on the corners, on the outside that can run just as fast as these quarterbacks, that fails. It's not that hard. It's not that hard of a game. It's just not.
Well, but the quarterbacks, if they had the ability and if they had the foresight, they would learn how to play football within the parameters where they should have the best success. But seemingly they're unable to do it. You have to scroll through it, Universal.
Yep.
It because they're athletic, they're not meant to be quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah, scroll through it, Universal.
Hold on.
They should have been put as running backs or wide receivers, but their parents in Pee Wee football at 5 years old put them as quarterbacks because they want to be the center of attention.
Well, man, I played. It's forward from there.
Yeah, go ahead. I was gonna discuss what was happening. So go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and then I'll scroll through.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, Universal.
So what you all are looking at? So what happened was, in the game on Sunday night, the Detroit Lions were playing the Redskins in Washington D.C. In Washington, it's not in D.C. Yep. And what ended up happening was the Detroit Lions player scored a touchdown, pointed up to Trump, and did the Trump dance. All right.
Oh yeah, the
And then-
dance. Yeah, I saw that.
Yep. And then from there, the player ended up getting punched in the face. So you're going to see that take place right here. So as you can see, number 14, he's walking back after celebrating the touchdown. And then number 94 for the Redskins just takes a big swing at him. Doesn't knock him out, but he definitely punches him, as you can see there. And then right after that play, there was another scuffle where another Redskins player actually hit the referee.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Which I think the hit comes in there.
It was before it, right? Because he just threw the flag.
Yeah. So camera.
He probably like pushed him that he can't see it behind the other guys, but he probably like pushed him or something right there.
Yeah.
He actually hits him.
So we're seeing a lot of unruly behavior. I would say more than we have seen over the years. A couple weeks ago, when we were streaming, we were talking about the Grambling State game. I think it was Grambling Southern. I don't remember if it was Grambling Southern.
It was Grambling too at one point. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're fighting at that game. There's just like all this unruly behavior. So again, we're pointing out habits here. Both in basketball and football, you're seeing a lot of these high-profile athletes that can barely complete sentences. They're talking with their head down. They don't have the words. They're acting very feminine. When you ask them things, they're acting like little girls, or they're acting like their mamas when their mamas is yelling at authority figures. And then on the other end of things, you see them, impulsively lashing out, punching people in the middle of the first quarter. Like, it's just all these behaviors that are showing up in sports. Typically, it's been more refined. You go and get back next time you're on the field. You don't do these things. But all of a sudden, we have jury, long hair, impulsive outlashes. We have all these things going on. There's a shift taking place in the culture.
And, the thing is, again, as you say, first quarter, the guy just scored a touchdown. You hitting him with your hand up against a helmet. Like, all of these things are counterproductive to a team doing well.
Correct.
Because he got a penalty for that, I'm sure. If they may throw you out of the game for that. But it would have been a penalty too. He could have hurt himself, which would have further hurt the team. And, it's that kind of just selfish, you can't make heads out of tails out of the behavior. That kind of stuff, man, would really, really, destroy a team and a league at the same time.
Well, one more thing I didn't point out.
I guess so, but I mean, if we look at I don't know. If you look at back in the game, it's just that it's that these guys are wusses. Like, you had guys like Jack Tatum back in the day that would try to kill you, that literally hospitalized people and never apologized and kicked them after in the head and stuff. It's not.
Well, they've taken that out of the game, so that's out of the game, right? That part is out of the game, not coming back.
But just hits. If you took a guy like Bill Romanowski, okay, these guys are just pussies. It's just a game of prima donnas now.
Well, clearly the American public does not want to.
The reason these guys get
the American public doesn't want to see that, man. Like, honestly,
no, they do. That's the whole thing. No, they do.
I don't think the American public wants to see it. Well, okay. Let's say the American public wants to see it, but I don't think the NFL.
Women don't want to see it.
I don't think the NFL can run a business allowing people to be killed on the field. I don't think. Like, look how
they did it for 80 years.
Okay, but things change. Damn, aren't things different from 80 years ago? They didn't even wear helmets back then. These men are running into each other like car crashes.
No, but they're not. They're not running. You can't hit high. You can't hit low. You can't go forward. You can't lead with your head. Can't lead with your shoulder. Can't go for the legs. No, what are you talking about? It's a game of prima donnas that once they do get hit or they see something they don't like, they turn and punch somebody because they're not used to actually taking punishment.
Yeah, they also have lost a lot of technique. They've also lost a lot of technique too. The tackling is sloppy. Like the game has just regressed on and off the field, and a lot of it ties
me like John. Do you remember Jack Youngblood?
I don't know. Hell no, I wasn't fucking alive when fucking Jack
were.
Youngblood was playing.
Jack Youngblood.
I don't remember him. Who did he play for?
For the Rams.
Hell no, I don't remember him. I've heard the name, but I don't remember him.
Okay, well, I was not alive, but yet I still know about him because I like.
I've heard his name
in football.
I've heard his name. I've heard.
Do you know what I was trained? When I was trained to do, it was to kill you. When I was a
have
safety,
you killed anybody?
my coach
but have
told
you
me,
killed anyone?
You put the center of your helmet.
Hey, let me ask you this question: have you killed anyone? Have you killed anyone?
I wish I had. Almost,
okay,
yeah.
But you haven't done it. So we're moving on from what you trained on to what you actually doing today. And you're an office keyboard warrior like many people, man. You're a keyboard warrior like many people. Come on, you're disrupting the show.
I did sign up for war. I have a thyroid issue. Like, dude, Jack or John, if I have been seconds away from killing multiple people in the mat. And that doesn't see the difference is my morality is insured. If I kill someone, I'm free anyways. I'm Catholic.
This is football. We're talking sports here. How does
and that's what I'm saying. So if I'm playing a sport,
you know where you're main person, you're like a black person. You got like main character syndrome. You want to tell us about all the people?
No, because I am the main character of this world. I created this world.
You're like tough guy.
No, but I did create this world.
You're a killer.
That's the
difference. Ain't no dead bodies, ain't no holes.
I did create this world.
What are dead bodies and what are holes?
Huh? Well, John, I can send you all my different meats and all the bloody people that I've beaten the shit out of, and the girls I fucked.
I love to see
they're girls I fucked afterwards.
But bro, I'm telling you, it's
John, do you ever think I've never put a pistol down somebody's throat in South Central Los Angeles when I was in college?
You know, I'll show it.
Why would I have to, John? Are you think I'm stupid enough to?
Otherwise,
to
man, you just typing on.
Do you think I'm black? Do you think I'm black that I'm going to make a tape of putting a pistol down someone's throat?
We don't know who the hell you are. We don't know who the hell you are, but you
everybody knows who I am. I'm God. I'm God, John.
Talk about yourself like a black person. Like you're not much different.
John, the difference between me and a black person is I buy and sell black people.
Okay,
they can never be in the, they're never in the world that I'm in.
Bro. I see that between me and you, bro. Like I see you sending CT super chats. He don't even let you up on the panel. You can't even send him super chat, or maybe you don't send super chat. Well, you do send super chat. You send all your messages. Like you let Bob render you to an audio message.
That audio was given to me by CT to say, please don't expose Bob, don't post his info, don't get him fired. Just like speak. You want to know what the fuck happened just last night, John?
No, I don't want. No, I don't want to know.
I'm on here to bring people's businesses down.
I don't want to know.
Because if you can't make a fucking living with a skill, you deserve to die. You deserve to die. If you need to fucking make money off here, you deserve to die.
Like I think you should start a channel. Because CT doesn't let you on his channel.
I don't need money nor the attention. I don't want any of you having speech.
Don't do it for money.
That's
just
my purpose. I don't want freedom of speech for the plebs.
Like as much time, like all them.
I want the world where if people have an opinion and you're wrong, you die for it.
Right. So what I'm saying, Imperial, you're gonna have to let me speak. Is that like all those audio super chats you send to CT? That shit could have been on your channel. You could have had your own avatar up there. Reading those super chats yourself, the audio, right? Why send the money to CT to have him read it for you when a YouTube channel is free? That's what I don't fucking understand. Like you spend a lot of time online, it's about you trying to get your message out. Why not just start a channel? Like otherwise you're doing like black people shit. That's what black people fucking do. Go around on other people.
Because I enjoy being able to spend unlimited amounts of money because I have unlimited money and I like ruining people's show so that they don't have a show anymore and can't speak anymore. I want people to have less voice. I want YouTube to not exist. Yes. I want plebs. I want anybody beneath a 135 IQ
See, that's like
to be
see,
chains
this
around
what
their
I'm saying.
neck digging ditches.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is like Carmelo Anthony like behavior, right? Like a normal person would say,
Carmelo Anthony's a black. I'm not.
right, that's what I'm saying. But you're acting like a black in that Carmelo Anthony.
How am I acting like a black?
Because
how am I acting like because I'm mean to black people? I'm acting like a black.
If something bothered me to the point that it bothers you, I just look away.
Why? You act like it bothers me more than it's entertainment. See, the more entertainment for me is just like with Grid, just like with Andrew, just like with Bob and CT. It's called having John. What's a sword of Damocles?
This is what I'm saying. I don't need to know all that shit to know what the fuck I'm saying right now. What I'm saying is that like you what you're saying is that you go around to disrupt things, destroy things. That's what blacks do.
No, it's what whites have done. What did we do?
Well,
we butchered
but you're doing what blacks do now.
Niggers destroy themselves. White people destroy others.
But they destroy everything around them. And what you just admitted is that you go around to disrupt shit. Right?
Yes, exactly. Because you're because people are beneath
like a black. Okay.
Yeah,
so you go around.
So John, what was colonialization?
What was doing black people do this too. And black people do.
What was colonialization?
I don't fucking need to know a history lesson. This is like just what black people do again. They be like, you be talking about something today. They be like, well, 500 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just saying, like, you could start a YouTube channel and get it all out, right? And maybe convert more people to whatever you're trying to espouse here. But like at this point, like you just like coming up and you have admitted to say, I just come up to disrupt things. That's no fucking different than what blacks do. Am I wrong here? Am I fucking missing something?
I don't think so. I don't know the end game. I think Imperius definitely has some points where he's on point. I don't know what's wrong with him today. I think he's on destruction mode. He's ready to blow some shit up. So,
well, there are plenty of ignorant ass panels that he can go and blow them up if he so chose.
That is true.
Why come here to blow it up? Like at this point, like we giving plenty rope to do this shit all the time, right? He's not banned here.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
Anyway, I'll bring him back up. He got nowhere else to go.
I got 50 channels to go to. Why do you think? Why do you think Modern Day Debates has me up? Like, dude, you have no idea. I was on the internet way before you. I built Wilson's channel. I built Modern Day Debates. You have no the fuck idea who I am. That's the entire point. You're talking when you have no idea who I am.
But Imperius, but like you
No, John, the difference is that for rich people, hurting people is the entertainment. I like hurting people beneath me. And you don't see the parallel. You say I act like a black. Well, what did white people do throughout history? We crushed civilization.
I don't need a history
exactly.
lesson.
You don't want, then that's a black for you. They don't want to look at and learn from history. Don't want to learn from history. Don't want to see that history is repeating itself right now. Blacks don't want to know that.
Why you want to come here and disrupt when there are bigger challenges you can go on and disrupt?
Because I've already done them this morning. I've already torched them this morning. So I'm going down the list.
You spend your morning just disrupting shit.
Yeah, John, I have unlimited money and time. What the fuck else do you think I want to do? I want to impose things on lesser people. Like, John, do you understand what real competitive people are like? They want to dominate. They don't look at other humans as actual human beings. Like all it is numbers and usefulness and tools. And as I've said, you think I'm like, what? You don't think I go on bigger channels? What the fuck do you think I did on Rob Norris? What do you think I did on Sarah's channel last night? I'm going after everybody, John. Because in the end, the problem is that all these people make money and they spew their bullshit without believing a word they fucking say, and they're all sucking each other's dick for fucking pay pigs. So I'm here to expose it. The master's here now. I'm not here for money. I don't need a fucking channel. I don't need the attention. John, I have people telling me I'd have 10,000, 100,000 people in a month if I had a channel. I don't want it. I want to be able to come on here, ruin people, and then go to the gun range after. I want to be able to go on here and ruin people and then go to my big ass house afterwards and laugh about it. I get to go show audio about how these blacks think they're fucking funny. You know how many friends of mine have fucking laughed about me and what I've said to mooncakes in the last 2 days on CTs? Like the internet and everyone on it is literally my dancing novellas. I churn from channel to channel and I get to control each character. It's a dancing novella. It's a real life novella of human beings that don't exist, that are literal entertainment tools. Attention. I have so much fucking attention. That's the thing. I come on here because people tell me, go on this channel. Here's a link. Go on this channel. Here's a link. You want to see the hundreds of DMs that I get every day?
Sure.
I get hundreds of DMs of
Sure.
on Discord.
Let me see them.
All right, here, I'll show you. Here's a picture of Orthodox's mod last night talking about how I'm
you
right.
Gonna send me a fucking,
No, I'm going to send you a picture of Orthodox mod DMing me last night saying, oh, yeah, you're right about Andrew and Sarah fucking, but Orthodox is scared because of monetization. You just can't be so mean. That's the fucking environment you're in. I don't respect people that need to make a living by what they say. I respect people that are willing to die just for their ideals. And all these fucks on here have no ideals. It's a business. And if it's a business, I get to treat you like any other businessman. My fucking tool.
What businesses what physical businesses do you
If I want to
like
hire a fucking plumber, I'll treat him like a fucking plumber. I'll say, here's the fucking time. Do your fucking contract, you piece of shit. You'll thank me for it after, or I'll spend 5 times as much to get another person that will take my abuse.
Why don't you get on panel one day when you talk like this to a panel?
I do what I want to do? I'm the angel of fucking death. That's why.
Like, if you do all these things in real life, I would love to hear it. Because I put my phone calls on. I would love to hear your phone calls when you talk to people in the real world like you talk online. I've done it.
Sure.
Right? Like,
You want
why
to
don't you do it right
go to
now?
a nigger and call him a nigger?
Yeah,
I can show you my pistol when I pull it out and shoot him on screen.
Yeah, cam up.
You think I give a John? That's the difference. You're not down in a real conservative place where people call people niggers. I live in a 1,200 person town, John. There are no niggers in my
Don't
town.
dox yourself. Don't dox yourself. People start Googling.
There's John, the difference with doxing is if someone comes to my house, I'll kill him from 1,500 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. John, I have no problem taking human life.
But you haven't killed anyone.
Because nobody's put me in the position I've had to.
So you're just talking
John,
about what
you
you
think I
think
care
you
about
might
taking
do.
a human life when my church
You're
is taking
talking about
billions?
what you think you talking about what you think you might
John,
do.
why would I care about a human life when my church is taking billions?
Your
John,
church,
why would I
not
care
you.
about human life when I was 7 years old and I saw my
Did the
father's head
church
getting
share?
sawed open?
Did the church share
John,
any of the
answer me that. Why would I care about human life when I was 7 years old?
I ain't gonna fucking hear all this stupid bullshit, man. Like, I can't. It's something wrong with that motherfucker, man. Like, he probably is high intelligent, but like, to keep talking about childhood and like I killed somebody that ain't killed anybody, right? Like, it like something just ain't. It's just I don't know what the fucking is. And like, he need to have a life outside of YouTube, honestly. Because I don't believe he would talk like that to other people in real world. I really don't believe that. And if he does, I'd love to see him do it. I don't know. Anyway, what do you think, University? I mean, I tolerate as long as I could, man. I just like this constantly talking about doing things that you haven't done. I can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? That's just hard for me to do. Anyway, what do you think, Universe? You're on mute, Universe.
I'm so used to having my mic open. You know, it's always okay to have some motivation, some desire, some fantasy, as long as it doesn't take up your ability to build and work towards something. When it comes to offing people and getting people out of here, I have no idea. I don't know what's going on with Imperius today. Maybe he skipped his medication or something, but he's a little off today, man. He's tripping.
Yeah, I don't even know if you can talk like that on YouTube, threatening, to do things like that to people, but it's not very becoming.
No, not at all.
Someone said they've heard him BS this back step, and again, like, I don't understand why he even goes on why he sends, again, more power to you, keep sending CT the cash apps, but like to be belittled to the point where you got to send an audio message just to get your message out. He needs something, you know, he's looking for something, some type of validation. And that's why I say just start a channel, man. You go out there and talk to your heart's content. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he thinks about it differently. He has conceptualized the dynamic between him, Bob, and CT in a way that makes sense for him. So I don't get it. And I think he likes to have that level of control that he can send a few dollars and have an audio played in the middle of a conversation. I mean, that does something for him. It does something for him. Wouldn't necessarily work for me, but man.
Yeah, you know, I can see what he's saying now, because you know, CT, if you're listening, is my advice to you. If someone is sending you a $2 audio message, and I think CT said it yesterday, so CT, you know what I'm saying. You know, CT was doing his monologue, whatever he was doing, and maybe it wasn't the monologue, but he was speaking on something, and then he got to stop and read a $2 super chat from him, Pierce. And CT said, "Yo, it's kind of disrupting my flow, but I'm going to read it anyway." And again, it's only $2. Not to belittle anyone, you know, but you're putting on a show for he may have had 300 people in the audience, and the $2 probably gives Imperius more joy, but it disrupts the flow for the audience who's there to hear what CT has to say. Everybody don't want to hear what Imperius had to say, or it could be read later. But he interrupted his flow to read that, and I think you know, that may have given Imperius the win that he seeks by a trivial amount of money, according to him, to interrupt a show.
And from Imperius' standpoint, he gets to make the monkeys dance, right? So I throw my $2 in there. That's a puppet string. CT reads my super chat. The audience and the panelists respond. That's control. It may be a little bit of control, but it works.
Now that is very interesting. I'm telling you, there's some missing in that dude. He does it so I don't dox him. Don't dox Bob. But I mean, like, why would you want to dox the dude, man? Like, I don't know, what has he done to you, right? Like, you threatening people, you know that's not right. You know, he's not threatening to dox you. I'm sure you could hire someone just the same and to figure out who you are if you wanted to know. But anyway, enough about that.
That might be the show there, man. I think we might want to wrap it up at this point. We'll come back. We'll come back later this week. I have plenty of time. As of Thursday, we can come back. Sure, there'll be some more stuff that's happening with some injuries and updates, and some more of the culture. But I think it's going to be good for us to point out these patterns of behavior, these contents of character. So,
yeah, I don't think we're going to run out of content for sure. There's this behavior is not going to turn on a dime and correct itself. So, yeah, we're going to get a lot of content here to talk about there. Universal last words.
Man, I don't even know. I don't know what to say to wrap this up. It just went left, but take care of yourselves, be safe, be well, be constructive. That is all I have.
You know, I think we failed for the bait there. We probably need to not do that next time. You know, Big Dog was cool.
Yeah.
But you know, Imperius, what does he know? He doesn't watch sports, so there's really no reason. Really wasn't a reason to bring him up here.
Yeah, I've had some conversations with sports.
You watch sports? Okay.
Yeah. But you just never know. You just never know what you're walking into. So.
You know, but you know, he does have a negative opinion towards sports, and in this case, we weren't necessarily being negative. We were highlighting some issues. That probably, you know, Big Dog was probably better than Imperius on this particular topic. Yeah.
But you know, Imperius will go torch somebody else's panel at some point today. You'll get your rocks off, man. Just relax a little bit. You'll need you crashing all the way out.
Yeah, it's better to be productive anyway. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Hey, John, can we just?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
Hey, John, Universal. So, just real quickly, we all know the government shutdown has finally. From my understanding, yes, it is over. Democrats did cave in.
Oh, okay.
And also something to share with the panel and also with the live chat. So Trump is looking to move forward with the 50-year mortgage.
I heard about
50-year.
that.
Wanted
I
to
heard
go
about
ahead
that.
and share that with you, John, especially since you are the landlord, the urban landlord.
Yeah, you know, I've been commenting on that. I think. What do you guys think about the 50-year mortgage? What I say.
I know this is going to sound crazy, but I did way back when I did modify a loan when I was quite young, early in my career. That was a 40-year mortgage.
Really, they had 40s? I didn't know that.
Yeah, certain portfolios. This was, of course, during that time, from 08 to 2012, the United States was basically clearing out these debts. So a lot of what we know as what would have been like a modified loan, or I'm sorry, what we would have think would be a refinance, technically was a refinance. So as opposed to modifying the loan, it basically was refinancing the loan because on record it was a new date. And loans, of course, go by date. And I do remember there were 40-year. And at that time, it didn't really hit me, but it's like later on, like, wow, a 40-year loan. So that, of course, means more money to the servicer and the portfolio owner. But it's still, I mean, even at that time, you were still running at like 5, 6, 7% interest. It's still a lot of money that's being paid.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you what, then this thought just hit me. Imagine you're in a 10 years into a 30-year loan, and now they come out with 50s, and I don't know, let's say your interest rate is 5.75 or whatever. I don't know what the rates are right now, but let's say the rates on a 50 is 6.5. There's going to be some benefits for the people who already have the 30, in that if they can extend it out to a 50, refi it out to a 50, their payments are going to go down quite a bit. I would imagine, right? Depending on what the rates are, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it also depends on what is more of your concern, because everybody knows that when it comes to a loan, it's always the interest rate. You always want to look at the interest rate because that's the hookup rate, and that is determining how much of your monthly payment is actually going towards your principal. It's always the interest rate. You may have and the higher the interest rate, the lower the payment, the less you're paying towards principal, if you're paying anything towards principal at all. Because the first payment, so between the life of the loan, so if you have a 50-year mortgage, when you look at the life of the loan, the first 25 years is just going to be majority to interest, less to principal. It's only at the end of life that you start paying more towards principal.
Yeah, you're talking about more or less the amortization schedule there.
That's the amortization schedule, exactly.
And I think Imperius is right. The prices will be adjusted to income, so I don't think you'll see any benefits to the buyers long term. That's my thoughts there. That's my thoughts. I don't know
They only look at what the affordable payment would be. They don't really look at the interest rate and how much you're actually paying towards.
The payment is everything. Yeah, the payment is everything.
The payment. That's what people really look at, is their payment.
Well, that's what they have to make. They don't pay the interest; they pay to make the payment. Really,
they pay to make the payment. Exactly, John. Because making the payment keeps you current, which is the most important. Everybody wants to be current. Now they're sending out. I mean, they send out notice of default. Notice like an NOD, a notice of default, after like 2 missed payments. You can miss one, you'll start getting letters.
And I think that again, the people that are in an existing 30, if the interest rates are considerably different or not considerably different, going out to 50 years, you'll pick up 20 years of an option. It's an implicit option to pay that mortgage off early. And benefit from a lower payment. Presumably it would be lower payment. Anyway, interesting. See how that works out.
Yeah, this would be very interesting. And also, like I mentioned, like this right now with Trump and his, like, I just wanted to ask Universal and John, looking at MAGA, because there seems to be a great deal of conflation as to what is MAGA, what is conservatism and what is the actual Republican Party. And I read some time ago that you basically have to see MAGA as its own individual, unique collective entity that took over the Republican Party. So it's like an outside force that came in as opposed to something organic that was built and created by the Republican Party. It's basically like Trump and his people and his behavior just kind of just took over the party, just took the GOP. And they kind of confused this MAGA Republican Party with actual conservatism. And now when we speak the neocons, rest in peace to Richard Cheney. But when we think neoconservatism, especially you, John, when you think, because kind of just growing up and looking at the changes, here within government, we can arguably say like the neoconservatives as we knew it or know it has basically gone to rest with the passing of Richard Cheney. They're not in government, and arguably you could say they were like the deep state, but they're not present now. Trump has made it pretty clear that he's bringing in these young hot millennials who don't know the 70s and 80s like that. Right, that's the thing. So that's why I wanted to just kind of bring up to you. Hopefully we can discuss further later, because everyone keeps saying that there's like this implosion or I don't know, explosion within the party. But what exactly is, that's what exactly, I guess that's the hypothesis. What's exactly imploding or exploding? Is it MAGA? Is it the Republican Party? Or is it conservatism? Because Nick Fuentes, at the end of the day, this is a young guy. He's very typical white American Catholic, John. I'm just being very honest with you. He's very, very typical. Like he's 27, white American Catholic. Like he's a kid. He's a young man of his time. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of support for him, whether people say it, whether people are vocal about it, but he's not going to go away. And of course, neither is Tucker. And I think that's where a lot of this backlash is coming from. When you have somebody so established like Tucker, basically forgive, which is very Christian, forgive Nick Fuentes, bring him on his platform. Tucker was not antagonistic towards Nick Fuentes. And at the end, they were like buddy, like the old with the new, the old kind of ushering in the new. And it's like, you have someone like Tucker, almost like King made Nick Fuentes, okay, you know what? I'm Tucker. I've been around since before you were born. I'm basically putting you as like the next big thing. You and your groypers, you're going to go ahead and kind of lead us into like the next like 20, 30 years. So I'll go ahead back. I'll go on mute. I know the two of you have so much to say about this. Like I know you do.
What do you think, Universal?
Yeah, my short answer is I think that what Trump is doing is he's going to force the Republican Party to split. People are already starting to re-identify themselves under the guise of conservatism or Republicans. And you're going to see these smaller faction groups come out. Regardless, they're going up against a movement that, at least over the last elections that we've just seen over the past couple of days, is pretty heavy and has a lot of backing, which is the socialism movement, this democratic socialism movement. So whatever the factions are, they're going to have to come pretty strong, because we're starting to see this concept of just Democrat and Republican almost look like street gangs and become political cliques. So it's very interesting.
Go ahead. I think Trump's fight, honestly, was, a government fight, the deep state. That probably was more MAGA than, say, the politics, because it's kind of mushy. It's kind of all over the map, as some people are saying. And, I think, that's, part of what people wanted Trump to do was clean up some of the rot within the, the professional class of the government. So that's one aspect. The other part is, well, the political aspect. Well, what is MAGA from a political aspect? I'm not quite sure. Other people more or less express kind of the same thing. He's a little liberal on some things, conservative on others. So that's my thoughts on it.
John, do you see any parallels from like, let's say like Bill Clinton with Tip, with Newt Gingrich from like the 80s and 90s? like to now, it's just it's so different. Not only more hostile. I mean, they made it clear they were not going to push anything that Bill Clinton was. They were not going to in any way give Bill Clinton a win. But yet, you still saw some levels of camaraderie between Newt Gingrich, Tipper O'Neill, years earlier, and then of course eventually with Bill Clinton. But now you have a Democrat Party that is nothing akin to what Nancy Pelosi ever had. She's retiring. And with Nancy Pelosi retiring, that's going to create a void as to who's going to be leading that party. Who's to say that the Democrat Socialists of America will not fill that void that Pelosi's absence is going to leave? And that woman is establishment. She's like a Democrat institution in and of herself. And now you have nobody who's really going to lead this party, but you know who's going to come in. You have these New York Democrats, these Northeast Democrats. And it kind of reminds me, to be honest with you, John, please correct me. Please let me know if you disagree. But it's kind of like back in the late 50s, early 60s, when you had like those, I don't know if they call it the Blue Dogs, but when you had those unionized Northeastern Democrats that the Kennedys were part of, very different from the Southern Democrats. But eventually those Democrats did take over the party. And then the Southern Democrats are kind of feeling, it's not, I didn't leave the Democrat Party left me. And then you have someone like Nixon doing going through that Southern tour, that Southern strategy, and picking up those Democrats who eventually would come to vote for him in 68. So that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of what I'm thinking, that you have a different direction for the Democrat Party, more Northeast, very similar to what we have now with Mamdani, even that AOC girl, a very different than the Democrat Socialists, and they're going to lead the party in a direction that other Democrats may feel lost. And I mean, even like these union Democrats, I mean, are they going to vote for like a Democrat Socialist? So it's almost like, I don't know, like MAGA Part 2 or the Democrat version of MAGA, where you have like a different group kind of take over the established group. And now with Pelosi gone, like the kids have no authority. Like this, and they're all millennials. You're seeing Gen X has been completely knocked out. They didn't even have a chance really. And now you're having people all born in the 80s or late 80s who are really entering government. Oh yeah, Universal, definitely tell me what you're thinking right now.
No, I was just really quick because I'm gonna have to jump here in a second.
I gotta run in a minute too.
This is, I mean, it is a version of magma. Again, this is what politics is going to be: is these huge political movements, these pushes, these waves that come in and come out. There are other governments who've gone through this. I got to get all my details to go deeper into this, but I think our national political presidential focus is going to shift moving forward, and elections are going to be survival of the fittest and who's the most popular moving forward. I think the Democrats have had enough time to figure out what works. They tried to put Biden in to just kind of sit there and figure things out. They know that's not going to work again, so they're going to have to come with something strong. And here come a bunch of new faces with loud voices and are not afraid to push against the grain. So it's going to happen. Republicans are going to have to catch up because I don't think they're ready. And taking out CK was part of it. They're not ready.
I agree with you on that, Universal. I got to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have to go. Got to clean up here.
Yeah.
I'm out here. You guys can end the show, however.
All right, I'm about to wrap it up. All right, Ponder, we'll talk to you later. Everybody take care of yourselves. Be safe, be constructive, be well. We'll be back at some point in time. I don't know. Ponder might do a show. I don't know. We'll see.
Ponder has a little bit of time, and I just cannot help think about this, Universal. I really, really cannot. It's just, wow, everything is moving so fast.
It's happening.
It's really, really happening. And it's just like, it's now because we live in this 24/7 world. We now have a whole new medium to communicate, which is social media. I mean, via the internet. It's not like before where it's like, TV and radio waves. Before we had, it was radio, then radio, television. And then even with like television, you had cable, the 24-hour news broadcast, which kind of took over the 90s. And in the early 2000s, now you started having like the internet. And then by Obama, you have you have social media. Obama basically like his campaign, like just created social media. And then everybody had to catch up. And when I say everyone, I mean technology, because you really cannot have social media without compute power and storage.
Right.
And Facebook, and because remember, Obama got real buddy with Zuckerberg. He got buddy with the company that is social media, and was able to keep up the pace with all the excitement and energy Obama was bringing.
Yeah, he used social media very well.
He used social media like nobody's business, and he basically created it. Like he did it on just through this campaign, and now there's no turning back. There's no coming back. Then you have Trump, who is the social media president, and this is like Trump is like ahead of the curve. Like in the 90s, he's so boastful and loud and loves himself and knows how to brand. So there was nobody who knew how to can better brand on their own like Trump. And he's also the crypto president. I think they said he's made like an extra $1 billion since being in office now. So whatever he was going through, he's made some money, Universal.
Yeah.
Through crypto. Go ahead.
Wow. No, I was just saying that's wild. I gotta go because I'm about to hop on a meeting here in 5 minutes. Do you want me to close this out and start another stream?
No, I'll close it out. Do you want to? We're good. I'll close it out. I'm gonna just read through the comments, and I guess I'm gonna do a little dork talk, politics, see what's going on where we are in the middle of the day, and then I'll go ahead and wrap up and wait for you John to come back.
All right. Well, take care, everybody. Peace out.
Thank you, Universal. Thanks, John. Bye. See you guys later. All right, everyone. You're left with me. Imperious, so you gotta be good. Imperious, you cannot crash out. It's the middle of the day. Imperious. It's still the middle of the day, Imperious. You cannot crash out. So let's check out the news real quickly. Let's see where we are. I know that Jake Tapper met with Shapiro. It was pathetic. It really was. I'm so done with that guy. I don't know where to begin. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, SB. Yes, the adults are in the room on this channel. It's adults, yes. Yeah, and Troll, just like you said, Trump is well known, highly charismatic, and was just the leader a movement needed. Trump has been looking to run for president since the late 80s. He said it himself on Oprah's show back in 87. He was going to run, and he finally found the perfect time. And now he's just running right through. It's a huge question as to what is going to happen in 28. Trump can't run. Who is going, this is going to be unlike anything we have ever seen. 28. We're going to have 0 incumbents. Who is going to be the nominee? Just think about it. They could try to run. I don't think they're going to run AOC. I just don't think so. And that just isn't going to work out, because we keep seeing that the country is very, very particular about running a woman. Back in the 80s, Geraldine Ferraro with, I think that was Walter Mondale, Geraldine Ferraro. They did not like Hillary in the 90s. Bill Clinton said it, you get 2 for the price of 1. They did not like Hillary. They always thinking Hillary was overstepping her bounds. Hillary is very busy. Oh, hey, Garion. Yeah. Took a little break from that Discord over there. I kid. So you had Hillary in the 90s. Then, of course, you're moving Hillary again because Hillary was always so politically motivated. Some of you are not too familiar. Hillary was an attorney at the Rose Law Firm, which is the oldest law firm in Arkansas. And Hillary moved there after, sadly, she failed the DC bar exam, but failing the bar exam basically set her destiny because she ran back to Bill in Arkansas. If Hillary Clinton had passed the DC bar exam, we would be living in a very different world because Bill Clinton probably would have never run for office. He would still be a bouncer at a titty bar in Little Rock. Or maybe, or just teaching at a community college, no shade. But Bill Clinton would not have reached his heights without Hillary. Oh my God, no. Even when they were at law school, Bill Clinton never went to class. And if you think about Bill Clinton, you know why. Bill Clinton was never in class. Clarence Thomas, he was also in class with Hillary and Bill Clinton. At that time, she was Hillary Rodham. And he never spoke in class, which is very not surprising. I'm not surprised about that. Especially when you're a Black student at such an elite school. I see why he would not speak in class. Of course, I think many of you know, I would be speaking all the time. Of course I would. Probably why I may have gotten into trouble. They don't like know-it-alls, especially when you are of a certain hue, when you are a know-it-all or come off like a know-it-all. Hillary Clinton was a know-it-all. She was always in class, very, very vocal, quite loquacious. Her hand was always up. She was known. Hillary was known. She's a smart girl. And she was very politically involved. And she was working, but of course, Hillary had to pass the bar exam. She didn't. That's okay. Her destiny awaited with Bill Clinton. Hillary Rodham, her destiny was to be Hillary Rodham Clinton. And there she went. So there is that. I don't know is right now who would even run 28. They're saying that Kamala may run. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to want for her to even attempt to receive the nomination. I knew way back when they're going to pull Gavin Newsom, and they are. It's going to be Gavin Newsom. They're going to push him. He has the money. He's actually the nephew by marriage to Nancy Pelosi, if you don't know, Gavin Newsom. And he's tall and has a great head of hair. And he's California. People like the California white boy. They do. And the last California president was Reagan. Arnold Schwarzenegger could not run because he's not a natural born citizen. He's naturalized. There was Reagan. And it was Reagan, to be honest with you. His policies with amnesty is what turned California permanently blue. Because before, California was very, very red. Very red. But the actor, Ronald Reagan, he was the one. He was the one that turned amnesty, and amnesty really starting late 80s, early 90s, and there was pushback for amnesty. But once it started going, that train never stopped. And now we have the California we have today. No shade. It's still California. But it is blue. It is blue. And there is that conservative touch because Gavin Newsom did interview Charlie Kirk. And Gavin Newsom did say that his son absolutely adores Charlie Kirk. Just adores Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was that guy. People liked him. 6'5", played basketball, kind of a doofus, but he did come off safe. Like he just wasn't someone who just wanted to be mean and fight. And that matters. He did seem more of like, the uniter. Like he was willing to speak to anyone and be cool with everybody. That's a skill in and of itself. Knowing how to communicate and for people to feel comfortable in your presence. That is something, let's be honest, when you have someone like the Shapiro is weird. Shapiro is mean and he's short. Shapiro comes off a lot like Malachi from Children of the Corn. I mean, look at him. He does look like Malachi. I'm just me. Wait, no, Malachi was the redhead. My bad. He looks like this dude. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I forgot this character. I know one of you in the chat, you know who I'm talking about. I know you know who I'm talking about. He's so looks like him. I know you know who I'm talking about. I forgot his name. The character, I forgot his name. But he just looks like him. Look at him. Oh, Jobby, is that his name? Okay, so Malachi was that redheaded kid, but you know Shapiro. Shapiro looks like him. Let me do one even better. I know many of you remember this show. I know many of you remember this show. I know many of you remember this show. He looks just like him. I've been saying this for like 10 years now. He looks just like him. He does. He looks just like him. Randall's was just, oh. Yes, thank you. His name was Isaac. Yes, thank you, Troll. Yes, yes, D from Boston. Why am I not surprised that you know who I'm talking about? I know, look at you. Yes, his name was Isaac. Thank you. Malachi was the redhead who came in with like a machete at that time when they were at the ice cream soda pop shop when they were supposed to be at church. And that was the first scene of that movie. That just was like within 5 minutes, they played no games. Like they just went straight in. And yes, his name was Isaac. Yes. You talking about that one kid? Yes, that one kid, Isaac from Children of the Corn. I just had been thinking this for the longest time. Shapiro looks like that kid, Isaac. Thank you, live chat, from Children of the Corn. Now, many of you remember the show Recess. Shapiro looks like Randall. Look at them. Shapiro looks like Randall, and he would act like Randall too, just so slimy. I bet it's been a while. Children of the Corn is like 1984. I know it's been a while, Troll. You probably saw it when you were a kid in the 90s. I know it's been a while. That whole movie is so trippy. It's one of the craziest Stephen King's, just the book and then the movie, crazy. And Hamilton, that one woman, Hamilton, I think she was in that movie. She was in the movie as well. Forgot her name, but I think she was in Terminator as well. Yeah, she was in that. If you haven't seen it, Children of the Corn, those of you listening, yeah, you should just watch it. Why not? One of those 80s trippy movies. 1984, so it's over 40 years old, but it's still just a trip. Like the 80s was crazy. The movies from the 80s were just insane. The movies, of course, the music was amazing. Of course, the music was amazing. But the movies, oh my goodness gracious. And Randall. I'm going to have to do a live focused on Randall Shapiro. Yes, I will. He's just so really can't be trusted. So, looking at the news so far today, so we're looking at the news. Trump's $2,000 tariff dividend may be maybe a smart political move, but it would be a huge economic gamble. So what's happening now is that because of tariffs, if you order anything overseas, UPS or FedEx or DHL, whoever is delivering your product to you, the United States, if you order anything overseas, you may have to pay an additional like $50, $70, $80 because of the tariff. So it is like a tax. I mean, people say no, tariffs are not tax, but they are passing on these costs to the consumer. So in a response, there's discussion that Trump is going to release or implement a $2,000 tariff dividend to the American populace, to taxpayers. So you should probably see that on your taxes when we file this year, next year. And of course, here's the conversation right now. Senators approved a funding package to reopen the federal government. Now it's the House's turn. So yeah, they are moving to reopen the government. It's been over 40 days now, so they need to figure it out. And there's what I brought up a little bit earlier, the 50-year mortgage. Is that a good idea? That's something. This week, President Trump introduced a new idea to tackle home affordability, a 50-year mortgage loan. The Federal Housing Finance Agency Director, Bill Poult, called the proposal a complete game changer. While Trump's proposal is light on details, administration officials say a 50-year mortgage would lower payments. Absolutely. Help more Americans currently priced out of the market. It's going to lower your payments, but it's also going to contribute less equity for you. So you'll be able to have a home and stay current, make your payment, but you're going to be paying less every month towards principal. Therefore, you are building less equity. The more you pay towards your principal, because you have to bring your principal down, the less you're paying towards equity. Like your home's value is not going to just shoot up. It's just not, depending on where you live, though, But by definition, 30-year mortgage, 50-year mortgage. The longer the mortgage, the less you're paying towards principal. Therefore, the less you're paying towards equity because you're not bringing your principal down as much compared to a 30-year mortgage. Think about something. I'm entering year 6. Wait, no, I'm closing out. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm closing out year 5 of my mortgage. I have a 30-year mortgage. So I'm 1/6 done. 1/6. 5 times 6 is 30. And I have a lot of equity too? Ooh, goodness gracious, do I have some equity. And I also have a mortgage below 3%. So already a 30-year mortgage below 3%. And the area where I live is just shooting up in value, just big time. So it's just like a win on top of win on top of a win. Like that is just never going to happen again. I'm not refinancing. I will just borrow against the equity. Yes, indeed. If you have a 50-year mortgage, that makes it even more difficult. You have a 50-year mortgage, you have to live somewhere where you know your home is going to appreciate. So you have to just keep that in mind. Like, where can I live that I know my home is going to appreciate? Here's an idea. Just to throw it out there. You know, they are building these data centers. If you want to live somewhere where you know there's going to be a tremendous amount of growth in the upcoming 10 years, that's somewhere to think about. So you could buy somewhere kind of rural, an area that, or just keep your ear, in these streets. Read congressional records. That's something everyone should know. Always read congressional records. See what's going on, because whatever they're talking about in committee is eventually, once the committee chairman releases it, it's going to affect the American public. Everything and nothing gets done in the United States unless it leaves committee. Therefore, you need to find out what's the committee talking about. Like what's the 411? Mary J. Blige, that album she had in '93. What's the 411? See what the government is doing. See what the government is considering. Who are these think tanks? These think tanks, these lobbyist groups, they all have connections into these committees, these congressional committees. The Senate has committees, the House has committees. See what each is doing. That's how Pelosi is worth over $200 million. They're legalized insider trading. She knows exactly what's going to happen because she's the committee chairman. And whatever she allows, basically whatever leaves committee and makes it to the floor, it's going to be affected in a good way or bad way. So always read these records, because everything has to be documented by law. So see what's up. See what's happening. There's the infrastructure bill. Who would be affected? Who's going to get this money for these huge government contracts? The government has an idea. They don't build anything. You all know that. The government takes it to the private sector. Okay, here's some money. I need you to do X, Y, and Z. So they pay people through the GAO. What's that? General Accounting Office? There's always groups there's companies, especially tech companies, all they do is work with the government. That's all they do. Because that money is always guaranteed. Those checks clear. And then from there, from government, you can always move into private industry. Build up your portfolio, build up your networking. Okay, let me move into private and make even more money. And I have a set group of people I work with. So just look into that. You see, at least with questions to ponder, I leave you with goodies. Oh, do I talk? But I always leave you with the goodies. And I don't need to debate flat Earth, because we all know the Earth is round. So since we've gone past that, the Earth is round, let's actually, like I just did, have real conversations about money. About money, 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 money. Okay, so continuing. But many housing experts warn the plan could backfire, raising the cost of home ownership by stretching out payments, adding more interest over time, and driving up home prices. Well, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. This is not a good idea, said Richard Green, a professor of finance and business econ at the University of Southern California, Marshall School of Business. Imperious, is that not your school? The monthly payment savings would be really small. At some time, you're putting people at risk because it takes a really long time for them to start paying down their loan. Right, like I just said, you're paying less towards principal. If you have a 50-year mortgage, you are paying significantly less towards principal every month, as opposed to someone with a 30-year mortgage. Plus, think about something. You have a 50-year mortgage, and let's say you have a 7% interest rate. That is crazy. Whenever you buy anything, you take out a loan, especially your house, make sure you get a copy of your amortization schedule. Lesson for everybody listening. If you buy a house, you buy a car, definitely when you buy a house, heck, you can contact your servicer, your mortgage servicer, and ask for your amortization schedule. What is that? The amortization schedule is how much you pay every single month, what you pay towards interest and what you pay towards principal. This is completely set unless you have an APR. And even then, they're still supposed to provide it to you, because a lot of these loans, I know that these adjustable, that's an ARM, adjustable rate mortgage, an ARM, but the APR is the interest. You're supposed to know what you're paying. And generally, most people should have a fixed rate. Have a fixed rate. If you have an ARM, why would you do that? But some people do. Unless you own a business, don't do ARM. If you're a regular schmegular person, do a fixed rate. Keep things simple for yourself. Most of you don't even know algebra. So don't do something that's way over your head, like an ARM loan. That's one of the reasons many of your parents and grandparents got lost and confused during 2008. And I mean that. Don't chase waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. You all don't know what an ARM is, adjustable rate, nothing. Keep it simple, keep it a fixed rate loan, and keep it moving. and request your amortization schedule. And those of you who are listening and have a mortgage loan, call your servicer. Disclosure is important. Get the request disclosure, including your amortization schedule, get all your paperwork, and see where you are, see what's going on. You're probably qualified to maybe refi or just pull off equity. Not giving advice. I'm a regular person, also with the home, and these are things that I myself am also considering. So just to share. Yes, troll giddies. Yes, troll giddies. Selling some giddies. Yes, giddies. So that's where we are when it comes to home ownership. Let's do a little bit of tech talk. I just want to friendly remind everyone, the ISC2, those of you looking to go into cybersecurity, remember they are looking for cybersecurity professionals and they have their program still going. Just as an FYI, I'm only affiliated through the ISC2 as any other member. It's just the industry that I work in, and I'm noticing something that is free. So of course I'm going to share it with all of you. Free education. I'm always going to share it with all of you, especially when it's cybersecurity. Yes, I will. So definitely look into it. I know cybersecurity it's a lot. And one thing is that you really cannot do cybersecurity or even understand what's going on unless you're actually working in it. So I know that's going to be a drawback for some of you. Don't quit. One of you, I actually heard, I think it was Hater Cell. And yes, Hater Cell, I'm putting you out on blast, and I am tattling. Hater Cell was given a free program, I think through a community college, but it got too much for him, too heavy, and he quit. So he quit a free cybersecurity program at a community college. Just so typical Black people, always quitting. But that's okay. We have other programs open and available. And later this month, I am going to do free training for everyone to help those who are studying. I know a lot of you, Deacon Dave, CKJ3, Sire on CT's channel. I know a lot of you are actually taking the Network Plus and the Security Plus exam. So a lot of you are entering cybersecurity. I will have a training session focused just on the network, just network. Why? Because you cannot do cybersecurity without understanding the network and network traffic and firewalls and knowing what a subnet is. You got to know what a subnet is. That's for sure. So I want to do a quick train. Well, it won't be quick. It's probably going to be a few hours, and focus on the OSI layers. I've actually been stating this for a long time now. I've just been really, really busy, and I really do want to get this moving and started around the end of the month, beginning of December, and it's going to focus on the OSI. I will do the OSI first. Later on, I will also do APIs, and then from there, I don't know, maybe API security, but that's kind of where, well, probably subnet. So the OSI layer, all 7 layers. And there's a question, one question that they do ask during Google interviews is, when I type in www.google.com, what happens? What happens? If you can't answer that question, you really are not too ready for the cybersecurity, the CI, like the CISSP, well, definitely not the CISSP. There's also the Network Plus, CompTIA Network Plus, the CompTIA Security Plus. You really want to have an understanding. Like when I enter www.google.com, what happens? You really want to understand that. Also, the logic dump gets heavy. I don't know how to say it. When you say logic dump, am I just saying a lot of stuff? I do say a lot of stuff, troll. Also, questions to ponder will no longer be going to these quote unquote Black YouTube spaces ever again. I'm not wishing them the best. I don't wish them the best. But I actually was on Sharon Bracey's channel, that guy, and boy, was that interesting. And I've come to the conclusion, this really is not like an environment for me. It's not. And as we are entering this new paradigm, Everybody's losing their jobs. I mean, AI really is coming for everybody. So if you have a group that are still stuck in like 1978 thinking, at the most, you just kind of have to let them go and be of their own devices. Like I said in another live, when Moses was not allowed to enter Canaan, God did not allow Moses to enter Canaan. God did not allow the Israelites over the age of 40 to enter. They were so corrupted. The Lord, Yahweh, remember this is the Old Testament, opened the earth and swallowed them alive. So the land of Canaan was actually started with everybody 40 and under, or under the age of 40. Either way, there were no old people. Oh, troll. I don't know. Basically, just how everything flows together in the end. All has its own parts, special areas, etc. But it also comes together, like I said. I don't know how to say it. Are you referring to me, Logic Down? Troll? Let me know. Let me know. Also, if you need anything, troll, like anything, like I don't know if you're taking any tests. I think I heard you were. If you're taking anything, let me know, and I can do some research, and we can have a live. Because I am going to do a John Galt Tech Live focused mainly on everybody, but focus on those who are taking their tests. So, oh yeah. So I'll start with the OSI. I will do API or IAM because I know CKJ3. Oh, you're applying to me. Oh. Oh no, I haven't done IT security in over 20 years. I'm good. Well, good, troll. And safe travels. Safe travels. So later this month, beginning of December, we'll start with the OSI. Also, we will do API and API securities. I will also do IAM. IAM is very, very important. Very important. Very, very important. Identity access management. It's really important. And also later on, I'll return back to networking with subnets. So we will definitely continue. I know we've taken some time off the John Galt Tech Talk. I still have not spoken to John Galt in detail regarding the AWS and the Microsoft Azure outages. So we do need to have a conversation over there. And also touching back on when I was on Sharon Bracey's channel, imagine trying to talk to Black people about programming. Yeah. Yeah. Like I brought up why I did. Like I keep forgetting the audience. And it's not like you all, even with CT's audience, like they're not stupid. But once you start getting away, it gets a little bit more backwards. And then you have people and their insecurities. It was definitely an interesting experience, but I definitely will not be going back there again. And just in general, just not going back to any of these quote unquote Black spaces. It's just not only irrelevant, like they're not going anywhere and it's not bringing any value. And it's really it's more of a regression. You know, regression to the mean is very real. And when you have people who generally are not bright and then other people like this one guy, random independent, with that Avatar, that movie Avatar, as his avatar. And those types of people, like the Tommy Sotomayor, the cabin crew pilot, this other guy called Nigtal from CT channel, like all these quote unquote Black men, air quotes, you know, when they have hatred and frustration with themselves, and their goal really is to just be with white women, which of course is not that at all. Not at all. But when you're moving towards like idolatry, as was discussed in the chat, like just idolatry, it's really a cancer. It's like a true, real cancer that everybody except them can see. And if they get lucky and they find someone who can get caught in their web of confusion, they're just going to lash out and cause trouble. And you just don't want to be near that. So that really is my spiel. That's my spiel. Yeah, oh, Troll, thank you. I can agree. This channel has value just on entertainment. Most other channels are more entertainment only, really. Exactly. And I do appreciate that. That's just like, just more than like shucking and jiving and like just foolery. Like we just have to be a little bit more than foolery. And that's really where I naturally like to be. Like bring value. If you're going to have a bunch of people listening to you, like we have stuff to do. Like bring value. Like when someone leaves the channel, okay, have I learned something? Am I better now than I was when I first started listening to the channel? So exactly, bringing some value. So I will go ahead and wrap up. Oh, of course, absolutely. Absolutely, Troll. Not to say there isn't anything valuable in other channels, or most channels, to be fair. Understand. But it's way more geared towards entertainment. Yeah, and a lot of people, especially within the community, they just want to be entertained. Like it's just more like a panacea. They just want to be entertained and be released of dealing with their responsibilities. I just want to be entertained. But there comes to a point when we're all adults and we have like real stuff to do. And we kind of have to look for like value. So yeah, I will see you all later. I will chat a little bit more about my excursions through Black YouTube and how QTP Riding Hood found her way back to Grandma's house after meeting these big bad wolves. Oh, goodness gracious. These big bad wolves. And I will tell you more about them. And, there really isn't, there isn't really much out there. It's kind of sad. There really isn't much out there, to be honest. But definitely here on the John Galt Urban Landlord Channel, John has a lot down the pipeline. A lot down the pipeline. Not just specific to, specific to John's work as the urban landlord, he's the landlord. Also touching again on John's background in technology, in the IT industry. I will be picking on that. And then John also has like a great competition when it comes to his assets. And John actually has a lot more than what you may think. Like I didn't realize, like he has, like John Galt has property. So we're definitely going to showcase that in future lives. So please stay tuned. And we are coming at midday. So I'll go ahead and wrap up. Yes, we will have more landlord chat. Yes, John will definitely have more landlord chat. That is definitely happening. Yes. So I'll go ahead and wrap up and I'll see you all later. John and Universal will be back on later this evening. Have a great afternoon. Goodbye, everyone. Yes, we will always have more Get Crackin' Master Kim. But to have Crackin' Master Kim, you got to have good subjects. So that's what I want to work on. Bringing together the right audience to share. Because, Crack and Master Kim are not going to want to hear foolery. There comes up to a point about that. There comes to a point where you just don't want to hear foolery. So great. Thank you for questioning.
Nigga high as a motherfucker, by the way. Let me go fast. I am the nigga John Galt. This high ass nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about belief. Back in the day, crack was jumping on the scene. Now they slumped on the sidewalk. Can't talk. Golden era faded, but we still feel the rock. They used to be kings, now they lost in the scheme. Popping them bottles, throwing money, and living dreams. Now they zoned out and mumbling, fumbling. No rhythm in the city, the whole shit crumbling. They used to rock the house, they was riding through the streets. Remember there was dancing, sliding to the beat. Now it's poison in their veins, ain't no pulse on the street. Guess it's over now, they accepted defeat. Back in the day, the rock had a wild and free. Different story now, they got no energy. The new drugs got them slow with the hit unload. Eyes closed and they don't dance no more. Block used to be jumping, type shit they was on. Now it's lights out, guess the thrill is gone.
I am a nigga. I bring it to you rough, rugged, and raw, nigga.
They don't dance no more. It's all about the codeine. Back in the day, they was rocking on the scene. Even dancing in the rain. Now they nodding off. Shit just don't hit the same.
I am that nigga that got me.